poor people in Mississippi actually benefit from America giving bombs to Israel to go and destroy Gaza or destroy African countries, right?
Until it's too late. Long-term oriented thing.
And do you think people of Mississippi give a fuck about what's going on in the world?
I couldn't hear you.
Do you think poor people of Mississippi, because I'm a mixed breed of Mississippi in Arkansas, you think we give a fuck about what's going on?
Are you saying you don't care about
talk about you?
We just try to live. That's it.
Yeah, so I'm saying like I would support spending more money to build those infrastructures out in those states that are the lowest of the lows and bringing down the country to help them develop those people so those people wouldn't be very uneducated compared to the rest of Americans. They didn't have no jobs to contribute to American society. They wouldn't be living off of our dollars when it comes to different social programs, right? If we're able to invest in those communities and those places rather than funding wars across the globe, right? I think America would be overall stronger. That's my opinion.
So wait a minute. So do you know what eats up the most part of our debt? The very social programs, the Medicare, the very social programs that you're asking. Oh, and the interest now, which is now the third highest rated part because now we have interest on that debt. So expanding social programs, we can cover that another day because this is Pepe's room. I don't want to deflect it, but the military budget allows you to have those massive social programs. We need that.
Okay,
hold on, dude. You realize that our economic prowess isn't backed on by anything except for one thing: the United States Navy, the United States Marines, the U.S. Army, and the U.S. Air Force, and occasionally those knee-deep sailors, the Coast Guard. It's based on those guys. And the Space Force, in between playing with colanders on their head and potatoes. Outside of those, that's where that strength comes from, and your economic prosperity, and the ability of your government to have a massive social fucking safety net that it does, more so than all of, like, pretty much, 3/4 of the rest of the fucking globe combined.
So you're saying that in order for America to have social programs, we need to be destroying the rest of the world?
No, we don't have to destroy them, but when they want to provide resistance to us or they want to change direction that's outside of the empire's needs or assets, then the empire could do one of two things. They could ignore it and take a page out of the Roman
I'm so sorry. America?
Yeah, I know, America. You hate America. Go ahead. Go live somewhere else. Nigeria. You just heard somebody say Nigeria was taking it off. Go ahead, live over there. It's not that great. I promise you that. How about Cambodia? You want to go into England? You could try that one.
Can I just say something for a second? So, I mean, first of all, like, you're a Nigerian, but why the fuck are you here?
Your name is Pepe, right?
He's here to be smarmy and sassy and holier than thou.
Your name is Pepe, correct?
Yeah, my name is Pepe. What's up?
I don't think that's an American name. So,
amazing.
Asking me why am I here? I'm Nigerian.
What's an American name?
Voila. What's an American name?
Yeah. Is Tony an American name?
Like, maybe something like Robinson, like a true American name.
What's a true American name?
So how do you know this is a real American name?
I mean, they're one of the founding fathers, so you don't think those are American names?
Okay, so wait, why do you think Pepe's real name is Pepe?
No, I don't. I'm saying the fact that you named yourself on Clubhouse Pepe.
Do you think KK's real name is KK?
That's not what I said. I'm saying that I said the fact that his name is Pepe, so he's not a Nigerian.
How about the professor? Do you think her name is really the professor?
I think you're moving the goalpost.
Okay, but you know what? The only thing that's American about somebody with your name is, like, I don't know. I guess there was people like Kunta Kinte that were later on named Clyde while they were working.
I mean, I'm not Black American, so I wouldn't call myself.
But I mean, in other words, your name is not like whatsoever American. But actually, I do have an English first name.
Nice.
And a French last name. The French were here, by the way, from the beginning, just as some of the Dutch, the
French,
English.
Okay.
Yeah, so, that's my ancestry. So
the French were here, you said? Where were they at?
In the Northeast in particular.
So what French colonies are the third?
Well, New France took up a big chunk of what is now considered New England.
So the French is who colonized America, or the The French.
Well, the French,
It's
Spanish, and
really
English.
because I could go through this history lesson with you, tit for tat, because it was the French and multiple people that are Spanish. We could talk about those. We could, if you want to go through it, say the Native Americans held the land. I'm going to say no, they kind of conquered and had warring spots. They came down through other areas, and up through other areas. So they had their own tribal beliefs. So get to your point.
So I mean, the point. There's not really the point was about. I think Pepe got derail a little bit. My point was just that I think America has come far enough that investing in its people should be more important than funding wars.
Okay, so stop there. The U.S. invests more than Europe, Central and South America, and fucking Canada combined. All together, all finances combined.
We're not doing the comparative.
They invest more through federal programs such as Medicare, SNAP benefits, what else? All sorts of infrastructure. The U.S. invests more on a federal level than any other nation on earth.
Brad,
and not even close.
Brad, you're being.
No, I think you're trying to paint a narrative that you really don't know how to talk to, and you're stuttering and stumbling over it because I can go through your point. I've done this before.
I'm not here to fight you, right?
I don't care what you're here for. You act like I need to acquiesce to you. No,
we're doing the comparative analysis to say.
No, I'm not doing a comparative. I want you to get to your point so I can tell you how dumb you are.
I did, but education is something that flees you consistently. So
no, it's like wisdom is chasing you. You seem to be outrunning it.
Comparative analysis. America does not invest more than comparing in the same amount of dollars.
You're going to say that the U.S. does not invest in its people more than any other nation in comparison to the ratio of per capita basis on these things. I'm going to tell you, you are fancifully wrong. On a $30 to $1 ratio that the U.S. would have to operate, the U.S. actually invests through federal education grants and programs at a higher rate. We invest in more medicine for, guess who? The American citizen. We far outpace the rest of the world. In fact, we're responsible for majority of the world still breathing today thanks to the innovations and the investments through education grants provided by the U.S. tax dollars through the universities and research partners that allowed such wonderful things to exist. This money is an investment back into it to provide health for the American people. Also, let's not forget the entire fucking giant and enormous mandatory spending that we have to do on Medicare, SNAP benefits, and other associated projects that exist within that bubble. You leave that off because you don't want to talk about that number. That is the number one budgetary item for the United States. It is the one that is addressed the first. It is mandatory. It can't fucking twiddle with it. It goes up every year. So we do invest in it. The problem you have is that you want to sit there and go, the U.S. doesn't need to, put sanctions and economic sanctions. They don't need to, tell us we can't do this or prevent us from trading with, Russia or North Korea. They shouldn't be able to interfere with it. Too bad, so sad. Get strong. You were strong at one point. You guys came into an area. You took the land. You enslaved people. You sold those people as slaves. You had your power dynasty. You lost. You're from Nigeria. You lost.
So if we're going to use facts and not feelings, according to the data, right? Breaking the top 5 countries, it's France is number 1, 30% of its GDP. Denmark is number 2. Italy number 3. Germany is 4. Spain is 5. America is way down there, at 22.1% of its GDP. And these are all first world countries, by the way.
Yeah, you know what's really great too? There's another part that's left off of your little fucking study, because again, we did this before. You act like you're like some kind of wisdom fucking guy, when actually you're just really dumb and quoting Twitter specs. We've had this debate before. So again, when we look at this, those same nations like France, the cuckold nation that it is, it actually does spend a fortune on its people, but it also has external problems such as rising infrastructure and economic problems because it doesn't able to have it. Dude, if I have to listen to you and you cut me off one more time, I'm just removing you from the fucking room.
Because you're a cop.
Oh, okay. So you're a faggot that likes to get bent over. So go back to your fucking dirt dancing fucking mud hut, and we'll be there shortly. You'll hear a boom, and you'll go, America's back. And then you'll go running for cover. I hate you fucking immigrants that come over here and just want to bash Americans. I fucking hate you guys. I can't say I hate the way you talk to my fellow Black Americans. I hate the way you talk to my fellow fucking Hispanic Americans. I hate the way you talk to my Asians. And you think somehow your intrinsic value is because you got a free fucking ride for this fucking nation on my tax dollars, my sweat, along with every fucking other American here, and we had to sit there and listen to your twaddle about you need to invest more in your people. Meanwhile, we uplifted you from fucking selling slaves and eating each other and fucking having no currency, no electricity, and no fucking water. And your biggest fucking prize was we sold black people to America, and then you want the same very black people to fucking side with you and your fucking talking points. I wish black Americans would turn around, sit there and go, oh yeah, you sold us, we're going to wrap you up and we're going to sell you back to your fucking shithole country that you fled from. Fucking hey.
Yeah, I don't know where these people get the nerve to, like, they're fucking foreigners. They come in and they somehow think we should listen to them and somehow take their perspective on what would benefit the country they came from. Suck a fucking dick, dude. Like, you guys would not, like Nigerians would not, if I went to, go be around a bunch of Igbo or Yoruba, whatever the fuck you call them, and try to tell them how they, should be more like me. I mean, they tell me to go fuck myself, rightfully so. I mean, that was obnoxious.
Resistance, I tell you what. You said that stupid shit? I hope somebody dig up your motherfucking mama, your daddy, and just skull fuck them. Don't do that bullshit here. Don't do that.
Resistance, I have a very high threshold for what I allow on my stages. Like, you can say fuck a whole group of people. Hell, you can say gas a group of people. You can say all kinds of stuff. I'm not gonna, that's your opinion, but you personally, what you said about her husband, like, I can't let you back up after that one, dude. You know that I absolutely love letting the other side talk. Because that's the only way you can have a lively debate or discussion is allowing both sides. But yeah, dude, that was way too long.
Wait, is this guy still going off in the chat?
Like, that's what I hope someone dig up your fucking mother, your grandmother, and put them up on the fucking front porch for Halloween. Stolen balls. Fuck you.
I don't think guys like this. These guys are like, they're not from this country. They just come in and like say shit. This is why I don't like Ilhan Omar or Rashida Tlaib. I don't like you guys. I don't think you should represent Congress. I really wish we would pass an amendment that you have to be American born to be here. That you can't immigrate. You can't marry your fucking brother. You can't fucking marry your fucking grandfather. And resistance, you can't have had 10 inches from your granddaddy shoved up your throat so far that it tickles your tonsils, and now you're crying like a buck broken bitch you are. I just don't get why in America we have to, like, the same shit's going on in England. Why do we have to cease being American? Like, I have problems. We all have problems in this country. Like, we dealt with fucking bullshit like slavery. We anti-Chinese exclusionary policies. We dealt with fucking Hispanic wars and Hispanic integrations. And in fact, we took over like 3/4 of the fucking country, slapped a line on it and said, hey, you guys are all fucking Americans today. And told the Hispanics, you're American, too bad, so sad, whether you wanted it or not. And we did some shit back in the day. We also did some great shit. We put a man on the moon. We fucking fought and saved the rest of the world for 2 world wars. We did a whole bunch of shit. So, I mean, I look at this and say, I'm just tired. I just want my Americans to have a say about where they want to go. Like, yeah, I could get past race. I could get past the bigotry, prejudice. I don't want segregation. I don't think fucking lesser of people because they come from a different race or culture. But I'll tell you what, I really have disdain for Canadian cuckolds, fucking African booty scratchers, and fucking people from another nation that fucking come over here and benefit off of the American taxpayer, the American warrior, and the American fucking children education system, everything they built throughout their life. And you come back and you condemn it and then bitch about the gifts and the privileges that were offered to you.
Resistance.
At their blood.
I just want to say, like, what you just did, like, you called out a woman who we know her husband was killed in combat fighting for her country. But then, I personally really disagree with everything you say. You know that, but I give you people like you a platform. But I mean, at the end of the day, when it comes to this movement, this Free Palestine movement you fight so hard for, yet you're the same person that sits there and calls the dead husband who died fighting for a country a rat, a criminal, to her face, to his wife's face, his widow's face. I mean, and we're supposed to be on your side. We're supposed to you guys are somehow righteous. I mean, the only thing message you're really getting across is that you kind of solidify the idea that, you guys are also just like anti-American as well and anti-Western. I mean, how else should I think of you? How else should I interpret like the things you said? Her husband wasn't white, by the way. I mean, I don't know, dude. That was just the most disgusting thing I've heard you say.
Wait, is this the Palestine?
Well, this guy is a fucking. I think he's Puerto Rican and Dominican. He's a convert to Islam.
Oh, he's one of those.
And so he did.
He's a New Rican. I got him. Okay.
Yeah, so he converted. I don't know if it was in jail.
Hi, Jane. Good shows. I'm recording trash, wasting their time. If I were you, I would run away as soon as possible. This is very stupid, toxic communication here, Jane. Spare yourself the suffering. Spare yourself and run.
Not even one of us, bro. Like, cut the fucking shit.
So he's like counting. I got folded up. Some guy hit me in the shower. He lubricated his dick with Perk Plus, and now I'm converted and I've sucked the whole jail booty hole Islam dick crap, right? And then the rest of the community is like, get the fuck out of here. I got it.
And I'm trying not to go there. I'm just trying.
I know you could go there. I'm okay with it today. I mean, you know what? Slap my ass. Let's tickle you with some bacon, motherfucker.
Bacon.
Yeah, right. Fucking A.
Also, I think it's stupid for him to even say this comments because it's against the terms of service. First of all, you cannot speak disparagingly about the deceased or attack someone as the victim of a tragedy. So yeah, so that's really stupid. That point. Second of all, you know what? What?
Yeah, because I'm going to pick on him now, and then he's going to say he was tragically abused again.
Okay. Well,
Damn, KK, why would you sit here and talk about terms of service?
Because it's important for people to learn. Just learn, and you're going to have to learn. No, they're going to have to learn. Because I know there's anonymous in the audience. Excuse me, sir. There's some anons in the audience that I'm sure that are going to stream this to particular people to remind them like what the terms of service are and what they are guilty of. That is my point. And this is the sad part. It is true. My husband served so we all could have the freedom of speech, even though it's vile and ugly like resistance is. But what I have a problem is that he is lumping in anyone that serves in the military to be less than and could not succeed in this country, so they join the military. That is absolutely false. I know for sure people in this room up on stage have had family members that have succeeded and done well in the military and they served. My late husband, we were already married and we were getting ready to launch a brand new business, and he said, I can't. I feel like I need to serve my country, like a preacher to a pulpit. He said he felt the need to do that. He was the first man to graduate from college in his family. He came from fucking nothing. Now what? He was a black man. He was a military officer. He was a Purple Heart, a decorated medal award winner for his service to country with a combat fucking B. If you don't know what combat fucking B is, you need to sit down, shut the fuck up, and pay a little fucking respect for the people that give you the freedom to speak your shit. And it's sad and poor form. So you sitting here complaining that some military people died and you can't even say what the actual truth is or know who the fuck they are? That is poor form, and you are less than a man to do so. To attack a female, to attack a military widow because you think, oh, this war was illegal. That's illogical, sir. Your brain is not functioning on any level. You know what? You probably couldn't even join the military. You probably would have scored so low on the ASVAB, they wouldn't have taken your ass. So you thinking, oh, you're great, you're doing what? Excuse me, I have multiple scholarships across this country. And they students to higher education, even to include high school level and college level and master's level. My late husband has fucking buildings named after him. And even more beautifully, he's the only black man that I know that has tons of white children named after him from his Marines that served underneath him. You just go ahead and say your shit, but just remember, every time you spew hate, it's because other service members and their families shared their loved ones so you can have your hate. And you are the reason why America does not like the immigrants. How you are talking right fucking now. You are the worst type of immigrant that our country has ever allowed in this country or allowed to keep in this fucking country. You think you're doing yourself a service to your cause of your Palestinian whatever. I don't give a fuck about that. But you are the worst advocate for whatever you try to spew. You have American hate, you're anti-Semitic, and then you're against black man, and you're against people succeeding. It's just odd. It's just odd. But yet you can't put on a silver fucking platter, or you can't even swipe to even purchase half of the accolades or what my late husband did. And it's very sad for you. It's very sad for you. Because you'll never be able to attract anyone in your life, in your circle of any type of value that will uphold you and whatnot. You'll never find a ride or die bitch like I am, that I am for my late husband. Point fucking blank. You won't. You'll only receive and attract the ratchet ghetto guzzlers in your life, for which the reason why you have to come on a social audio app and defile someone that is actually giving you the freedom of speech to be an asshole. That's the sad ass truth. Go back to your.
Well, I can tell you this, Brad. Go down in the basement and hit the breaker. I'm gonna unplug this wheelchair. You ain't got shit to do. That's it. He's done.
I don't know. If like being pro-Palestine or Gaza is like you saying "fuck you" to our dead soldiers. I don't know. Fuck Gaza. Then I don't know what to.
Right?
How are you bringing people to your cause? You're basically making them. You're like you say, and even that Palestinian news network with that fucking midget that goes up to people. I'm guessing he has backup, but he tries to like goad people in a fight. Like if somebody says. He's like, oh, do you support Palestine? And a lot of people just shrug their shoulders. They don't want to get involved in a conversation. And then this faggot ends up like squaring up to them and using some choice language. What do you think you're doing? All you're doing is making like Americans fucking hate you people. It's bizarre.
It's more than that too. Like first off, October 7th, Americans were hurt. I get it. You may have a certain feeling about groups. I don't really give a shit. At first, they were Americans. I would literally go in. I don't care. Man, woman, child, grandmother in a fucking wheelchair. I would bomb them up. I don't give a fuck. You decided to fuck around and hurt an American. You wanted to rape an American girl who was there for a fucking music concert? Fuck no. I wish we would have unleashed the 20,000 fucking devil dogs in there. You want to see hate? You would have saw those fucking Marines come in there. They would have fucking threw their weapons right up their rectums and pulled those triggers, having a fucking field day. They would have made the Geneva Conventions a to-do list. So this motherfucker doesn't have it. Like, right there, right away, I don't really give a fuck about the people of Gaza. I'm sorry, some of you are Palestinian, and you tell me to be more considerate and kind. I don't, because you fucked around with Americans. It wasn't my fight till you attacked one of us. Once you did, I'm done. I hate you fucking supporters. I wish you would go back to doing self-immolation, like the motherfucking idiots that were setting themselves on fire for their protest. I wish you guys a whole lot of luck with that. I want you to go ahead and do that, more of it. I want a whole epidemic, fucking CNN, to have weeping tears from fucking, I don't know, what is it, Joy Behar or whoever the fuck is running that network. I want to see tears on Whoopi's face going how sad it is for these students who are standing up for Palestine. I want you guys to go ahead and do that shit. Because I don't fucking care. Like, I'm done with it. It's not my fight. I don't really fly and give a fuck. And if Israel conquers it and says, hey, you know what, we're kicking them all out, let them go wherever, I'm fine with it. But heads off, it's their fight. At least they're getting hostages back, and at least they're avenging the fucking Americans that were raped and killed and kidnapped. I don't fucking care. I don't give a damn about it. And if you are so big about it, go over there, kid up, and go yell Allah Akbar. Go try out one of those little vests with the dead man switch on it, and see how far you fucking get. Like I don't see you running over there. I don't see you fucking doing anything. You're on a social audio telling like Pepe and other and Israeli people like go fuck themselves or whatever. Like get the fuck out of here. That's why nobody likes you guys. Nobody wants to side with you. Ilhan Omar is your fucking virtue signaler. Like get the fuck out of here. Like I literally like I'm fine with it. Do whatever you guys fucking want to.
It's just mind-boggling. Dude, and Resistance knows this. This is why I usually let him speak. You can say you hate a group of people. You can say the most. I'll even let people say anti-Semitic shit, anti-white shit. We all know I do that. I really don't give a fuck. I'd rather you just speak your mind. But yeah, that was way too personal, bro. Now that is just beyond low. There's no excuse for that. But I'm glad that that's what you truly think about people who serve our country. I mean, that really does speak volumes.
Where's Ray? Ray's in here somewhere. Ray, this is why it's hard to like get mad at Lion at times, because sometimes the motherfucker's right. And when he says, Brad, these people ain't like us, he's not fucking lying. And I get what he says now. Damn it, Ray. I hate having to acquiesce and say Lion was right on this case. But 2 cases today, Lion has been fucking 100% dead on, spot on right.
Oh, well, shit, I still lying then. What was the case?
The Lion and Ray and a bunch of other guys have been arguing, Brad, like, don't fall for this shit. Don't fall for these people from Nigeria and Sri Lanka and all this stuff. Don't fall for that bullshit, because when we needed help, these motherfuckers were selling us. These motherfuckers were fleecing us. These motherfuckers were taking money from our back pockets. And then they're coming in when we're fighting for what's supposed to be ours. We're fighting through, civil rights and all this stuff. They said, like Ray, I don't know if it was Ray, somebody said it best. These motherfuckers were nowhere to be found. They were hiding. And then when the fight and the dust was over, when the water hoses were turned off and the German shepherds were paneled back up and passage went, and Johnson got his fucking victory and civil rights was there and a collective pause, that's when these immigrant black people from Africa came riding over going, hey brother, how's it going? They're like, they said all that shit, KP. It's the same shit that Sig says, the same shit Gerard says to me all the time.
Did you not listen when we spoke years ago? Okay, there you go.
I just didn't want to believe it.
Okay. We told your white ass. Shit.
Wait, so are you gonna be cool with Lion now?
On this one, I have to eat my words. I hate eating fucking crow. But damn. I really like Pepe, others. I am wrong. When I first came on this app, I could not understand why there was a vehemence against immigrants from certain areas in the world. I just couldn't get it. I was fascinated. I love culture. I love history. I love accomplishments, and I love failures. I love learning from failures and historical records. And there's in Africa, it is amazing. I've been there. I've lived there. I lived in Egypt. I have went to Sierra Leone. I used to sail there and bring supplies and help, and did a lot of things over on the continent of Africa. I cannot wait to go back again and visit it. I believe it's magical. The dust gets in your lungs and it arrives in your blood, and it's something out of this world. Once you've experienced it, you'll know what I'm talking about. You go to the base of Kilimanjaro, you'll be amazed. But when I come here and I hear immigrants that come from there to here, they are not the same people as the countries that I went and visited. They're not at all. Like, they flee, they come over here and then say how it ought to be, because they basically accomplished nothing over there. They don't help their people. They leave their people. Then they come here and they want to ride or grift off the backs of other Americans, mostly black Americans, and then they want to sit there and get an accolade and be, yep, I'm pro reparations, I'm pro this, I'm pro that. Yeah, give me my money. And I get why every black friend I have has pretty much said, stay the fuck away from them, particularly, with some of the more Nigerian ones that are now flooding the country. They're like, not all of them are like King. They're not all like, some of the other friends we've had. I'm just amazed, Ray. I'm absolutely amazed. Pepe, I stand corrected. You hit something early on. I was wrong. I was fucking wrong. I'm sorry.
Well, that's okay, Brad. I accept your apology. No problem, Brad. Welcome back to the
I'm
fold.
over here dying
Welcome back. You're not alone, Brad. You got friends, Brad. You're in the cool kid clique again here on Clown House, Brad.
What did you fall for? What is it, Brad? Like, what's the thing that,
Oh, yeah, you another one, too. You're one of these fucking grifting asses that, like, had no problem doxing my family, my name, my work, and my location. Then you want to come up and try to be my friend? Like, I don't have patience for white trash fucking niggas like you. So, I don't like you. Like, you live off of grandma and grandpa. You work at their store and somehow think you own. I'm going to go ahead and go full tilt on you, Mount Payne, or whatever the fuck your fucking cum-stained trailer park name was before your mother abandoned you to fucking alcohol, herpes, and fucking heroin while she's fucking sucking dicks off at a fucking mining camp. Like, you, motherfucker, are just as bad as the other motherfuckers that roll in here. You ain't fucking special. You're some inbred experiment that should have been aborted through a morning after pill or in a coat hanger rather than fucking born into the world. Like, get the fuck out of here, you piece of shit, and think somehow I'm going to be your friend and you want to have a conversation with me? Fucking spare me on that shit.
Well, I think America is just getting sick of fucking immigrants all together, dude. Way too many, way too fast. And, it's just the entitlement. And I think the worst things, slogans I would hear is like, everybody can be an American. The fuck you can't. That almost means like being an American is nothing. Like, you can have your shitty culture, your shitty religion, your shitty language, and you can come here and somehow you're just like us. Like, no, absolutely not. And, I completely disagree with that. And that will include people that are anti-American, which definitely do not consider them American. But, a lot of these people, they have so much negative to say, but of course they had to come here. They have to live here. They don't go back to where they came from. And and those people should have a debt of gratitude towards America, if anything. We did not have to accept them.
Do you think the issue is the lack of assimilation coming to another country is the issue? The biggest issue, I should say.
Part of it.
Because if I come to your house, you invite me into your home, right? And say, hey, KP, we having supper. Take your shoes off at the door. And if I don't do it, I'm not assimilating to your household. I think that's the biggest thing. You're not assimilating to the culture.
I don't know, KP. Like, I get that they're not assimilating, but it's weird because that infection of coming over, and it's not all immigrants. There are immigrants over here that want to fucking work. They bust their ass. They're like, I love America. I swam. I conquered. I did this. I followed the steps. I'm standing up. I got my citizen card. I'm swearing my Pledge of Allegiance. I'm so proud. They have their Instagram videos. They're happy. I'm like, hats off for you for that shit, because you're going through, you're doing the work, and you're actually showing dedication. And they're not asking for the handout. They're sitting there going, yep, I know it's going to take me like 5 to 10 years to go ahead and get my citizenship. It's going to cost me money, time, effort. I'm going to have to, learn English. I'm going to have to do all these things. They go through it, and hats off to every single one of you that does it. You become proud Americans. Proud of you. Welcome to the country. Hope every manifest dream you have fucking works out for you. The problem I have is we have an infection with some of them that come over that want to just leech and grift off the system. They just want to be, what is America going to do for me? Because I was born in Sierra Leone, and I've been oppressed, and I'm in Sierra Leone, and I saw horrors, and I need a better world. And then they come over here, they get a free college education, they get a free fucking home, they get free fucking shit all the time, and then when we set them up for success, they want to bitch and complain and go on to rooms that think how intelligent they are, that they have the answers to the rooms, when they couldn't even stay in their own goddamn country and fight for it. They didn't want to run for politics there. They didn't want to even so much as get a PTA meeting to fucking educate the other fucking pieces of shit that were like fucking practicing suicide bombs in their own fucking villages. No, they wanted to come to America to live in great wealth, to eat fucking McDonald's fries, and you know, fuck some college girls while doing fucking weed, and think somehow that they are the existential purpose in life. And they're not. And it's time we recognize that. And the same thing with the white fucking mashed potato, white trailer park trash that we have in this fucking country, like the mountains. And literally, they are mashed potatoes. They're just like fucking flopped in front of us and just kind of gooey, and they have no fucking flavor. They are just pathetic. And these people literally want to just sit there. I'm white. Give me my checks, and everybody else is taken from me. But these motherfuckers want to live off of welfare like it's a fucking Olympic event.
Okay. Cool. Because how your last statement about the trailer park, that's how I feel about these hood boogers that's doing this stuff. It's stupid.
Yes, I own the land, Allure. We do. Every American owns the land. You know how I know this? Because no one's come to take it away and told me that I can't own it. So that's how I own it. Your Native American, your indigenous tribes, they fought. They kept it. They decided they didn't want to advance. They didn't want to incorporate new technologies. They wanted to maintain traditions and customs and cultures. Meanwhile, they wanted to attack other tribes instead of unifying. They should have listened to a great war chief named Pontiac, who damn near came close to beating literally all the white people. And then your own tribesmen, your own Native Americans, fucking turned their backs on them because they wanted to go back to infighting over fucking nothing, nuts and fucking berries and wampum. And decided that, hey, it was better to stab Pontiac in the back and leave him to fight the English on his own, and you had your shot, and you lost it. Now, America is what it is. Canada is what it is. Mexico is what it is. None of these nations existed. Mexican people aren't indigenous. Canadians sure as hell aren't. And Americans, guess what? They're not. But it is our country, and until somebody comes here and kicks me off, good luck. I wish you the best.
Brad, that's something that's really not talked about here in Michigan. Chief Pontiac. It's not talked about. That's what I'm trying to get up. I'm trying to get up a group of people.
I'm sorry, I don't know who said it. They talked about the assimilation. I don't feel like all immigrants need to fully assimilate to American culture, values, religion, whatever. But I think they should at least. I feel. In my opinion, I think they should at least respect what is current and what is the culture and what are not just the rules of the land on paper, but also the rules of society to be actually a good human being in our country. You know, I mean, and understand there and accept there are some differences, but we respect different cultures or niches of groups to include, like, for example, in the Pennsylvania area, the Amish. You know, we respect their ways, and we don't try to press the American ways that are not Amish-like, and they don't pass judgment and try to, you know, belittle Americans that are not Amish in that way as well. So it's just like, have the respect of the country that you are immigrating to, or the country that you're even actually visiting. Like, if you act like that resistance guy did in Japan, forget about it. Like, he would not be able to get a job. No one would give him a hotel room, let alone give him a home. He would not even, people would shun him in the streets, in the restaurants, and the in the train stations, everywhere. It's just, I don't understand why, people can't just have just a tad of respect when they come into this country. So Pepe, to your title, do you think like voice audio will then be used?
It's like, oh, there's a subject? There's a subject. Oh, I see.
Yeah, Abby's talked about this. She said that I think there's already stuff like that out there.
I think there's stuff like that.
Yeah,
out
I wouldn't be surprised.
Abby, talk about that. I think there's stuff out there
just
like
put it
that.
this way, like I have global entry, so when I go to the UK, I'll be standing, it's a very short line, but literally I get off the plane, go into that line, and before I can even just come up to the immigration person, they're already like, okay, yeah, we got you, because you give up that information ahead of time, and they pass that information, and I didn't even show them my passport yet, and they don't stamp the passport that they used to. It's all kind of electronically done, but it's all the facial recognition from that.
Think of it this way.
That's the reason why to get TSA pre and global, you actually have to go in, and then they do take pictures of you. But I believe they did. It's been a while since I did that. It's like 7 years or 8 years long, but I mean, they already have, even globally, be able to use your face image and be able to recognize who you are.
Well, they also put you through the interview, KK. So we have the exact same thing, and it's your photograph, fingerprint, as well as an interview. And it generally takes like 6 to 8 months. Because they have to do an Interpol background check on you to be able to acquire that.
There's a lot of stuff going on in politics.
Yeah, and it has to be in person. I do remember that. I forgot that it's been so long, and I forgot that they did do the fingerprints and everything. I think what was beneficial for myself is that I was already kind of listed with and connected to the Department of Defense due to my family's military time in the military service, so I think that kind of rushed it pretty quickly, I think, but it's interesting that they share that.
Yeah, KK, you're correct, because mine took 3 months to be done because of Jeff, but most people, it could be between 6 to 9 months for global entry. Pre-check, I believe, could take as soon as like 30 days.
Yeah,
like Nexus. Yeah.
Yeah. What's wild is when we were stationed in Guantanamo Bay, Cuba, even though I was a military spouse and our children, I had to still go in for a whole nother separate interview because it was going to be in Cuba, which I thought it was interesting. Like, I'm a military spouse, we're on orders. They're like, don't care, anyone adult, they have to go in, have this interview just to be cleared and vetted to get on the airplane to go to Guantanamo Bay. I thought that was...
Here comes John, probably with some subtle shade. John, like every time John enters the conversation, he always starts with some subtle shade before giving us some Johnisms.
Give us a tone, John. Give us a tone. I'm sober. Holy shit.
That was sober? What'd you say, KP? Who's sober?
You guys called Bruce sober? That was not.
Yeah, that wasn't sober.
Oh,
he was like on the brink of falling over, but he wasn't there yet.
Oh. Y'all talk about Bruce? Y'all talk about Bruce?
Not driving a busload of pregnant nuns, so he may not have been waiting.
Oh, was he drunk, Bruce?
You'll see Bruce speaks in cursive.
Yeah, that man eats his cereal with vodka.
Oh, I don't think I've interacted too much with him before. Okay.
Yeah, he doesn't even use milk.
Hammered.
So what's
Bruce means well. He means well. He just doesn't always know what he means.
So is he a real talent manager or what?
He claims to be. He claims.
I don't
Imagine
know.
having an alcoholic manager though, Nye, right?
Right.
I've heard that fool fall down his staircase. Like, what?
That's so fucking funny, dude. We've literally heard that man tumble, dude, all over his house. They didn't shit stuff in his toe like that, dude. That dude be
And I'm sitting there like, are you okay? Phone the way, he went down the other way.
We just trying to get emails done, and Bruce is like, go, before I get into all wasted.
Yeah.
I love his soul.
He's a good guy. He's a good guy.
Yeah, I love whatever's wrong with him. Everything that's wrong with him, I love.
Oh my God, that's funny. Everything.
He'll speak. Yep. I just remember Millie.
Oh my God, I haven't talked to Millie in so long.
I don't know how to get a hold of her.
Neither do I. I used to have her number, but it changed. I tried messaging her on Clubhouse, but she was on like last month. But I haven't talked to her in so long. That's someone who Bruce could never touch when it comes to drinking. 100%.
You say one thing, she gonna go off.
Millie survived, I think, is what her house was.
Yes, she was from the East Coast and she moved to the West. She moved out to Cali. Young girl.
Yeah, she used to get really, I don't want to say ghetto because it wasn't, but she used to get really hyped. Used to get really 0 to 100, that woman was.
Yeah, I know exactly.
Yeah.
I love her. Yeah.
Yeah, I miss her so much.
But I think she won that one year when we had the awards. Best female drunk.
Yeah, she did.
Yeah.
And she came in drunk accepting the Shootout Awards.
Because she won Best Female and I won Best Male.
Yeah.
Like, damn.
God, I miss those days, KP.
Oh, man.
Clubhouse was so much more simpler, man. Now it's so fucking complicated. You gotta walk on eggshells. Everybody cares. Like, it's just, oh my God.
But it's starting to roll back pockets.
It is. I can see the culture changing a little bit.
With all these beefs, this is being stupid again.
Shit, I didn't know I was on mute that whole time, guys. I am so sorry.
Were you talking?
No, I'm just in the background, just filling it around. So sorry.
No, you're good. We didn't hear shit.
Nah, how long you been on this app?
I don't know, but whatever year they opened it up to Android, because I was on Android at the time. I'm on iPhone now, but
21, I think it was.
Okay.
Yeah, 21 going into 22 is when they started accepting Androids.
Yeah,
KP and I are OGs on this app, man. We've been here since you guys get invites.
Hello,
that was like old folk.
Hello.
What's up, Rose?
I remember KP gave me one of your invites to invite one of my friends on here. You remember that?
Okay.
And then I switched because Sid came over to the house.
Can y'all
and he said,
Yeah.
I didn't know anything about this.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we can hear you and we can smell that rat.
Bruce, we can hear you.
Y'all didn't hear everything I said?
No, you left the room, Bruce.
No, I didn't. I was talking to you.
Yes, you did.
Bruce,
you was gone.
You were not here.
No,
yes.
I said like 100 minutes.
You literally just popped back on the stage.
Wow. Fucking wrong with Clubhouse, dude. I said like 100 million. I said like 1,000 things.
I don't know why this app is so funny, y'all, but it is. It is.
Did you turn your phone left or right? Because you can get kicked out of the room sometimes like that.
You know, y'all can hear me in this, okay? Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. We can hear you.
Yes.
We can hear
me.
Yeah.
Yes.
Dude, I saw
about fucking aneurysm.
I gave y'all so much information, and y'all didn't hear none of it.
No,
you gave that beer cannon information.
Bruce, do you hear us?
Yeah, we can hear that tap open.
Perfect.
Okay.
Bruce, what we're trying to tell you is you weren't in the room. You left.
I was talking to you guys. I was like,
but you were talking to the hallway.
But here,
I guess,
sir,
because
in this multiverse on this timeline, you weren't here. Okay?
Oh my God!
You just came back.
Dude, I gave y'all so much good advice.
Somebody is a Marvel fan. I like that. Nice. Okay, cool.
This multiverse was fucking hilarious. I mean,
well, the multiverse was not fucking hilarious to me because I gave y'all freaking a lot of information.
In another multiverse, you were on a different stage, sir.
Whatever. You know what? I
hope they ever make Hope World Breaker.
Oh, dude, I'm about to. Marvel is. I'm gonna tackle Marvel. I'm gonna get my actors on there. I already had.
We hear the ice going in the glass. Go ahead.
I had 3 actors already on Marvel. About to knock them out like more.
Okay.
Oh my God!
So y'all can hear. Okay. So y'all can hear me there.
We done told you several times. Yes, we can hear you, brother.
Okay, but no, because Pockets and then Serenity, and she said, she said, no, she said she couldn't hear me. They're like,
you never even spoke.
Bruce, are you mad at us because we can't hear you? Bruce, are you mad at us?
Yes, I'm mad because y'all say y'all can't hear me.
Bruce, I can't hear you, man. Are you okay? I can't hear you, Bruce. You need help?
Yeah, that's exactly what he said. Yeah. Are you okay?
No.
Bruce,
Bruce, we can hear you.
Right. Okay, good. All right.
Hey, can anybody hear me?
Man don't have shit to say.
Hey, is my mic working? Can anybody hear me?
I said
everybody.
I said everything that I wanted to say.
Can you hear me? Is my mic working? Hello?
I said that shit to all
Hello?
of us. Like,
Hello?
I was giving you super knowledge. I'm just giving super knowledge.
Bruce, we missed your super knowledge? Oh, man.
Hey, I'd like to read a poem for 60 seconds after Bruce is done with his hearing test.
Please go ahead, John. Bruce, we're going to give John 60 seconds, please. Go ahead, John.
We are the poets. We are the children of wood and stream, of mist and mountain, of sun and wind. We adore the moon and the stars and go into clubhouse rooms at midnight seeking their kisses as our birthright. We are the Greeks, and God grant ye all my clubhouse brothers to be as happy in your loves. And to us the rites of Eleusis should open the doors of heaven, and we shall enter and see God face to face. Under the clubhouse stars I go forth, my clubhouse brothers, and drink of that lustral dew. I will return, my clubhouse brothers, when I have seen God face to face, and read within those eternal eyes the secret that shall make you free. Then will I choose you and test you and instruct you in the mysteries of clubhouse. Oh, ye brave hearts, and cool eyes and trembling lips. I will put a live coal upon your lips and flowers upon your eyes and a sword in your hearts, and ye also shall see God face to face. Thus shall we give back its youth to the world, for like tongues of triple flame we shall brood upon the great deep. Hail unto the lords of the groves of Clubhouse.
That was actually pretty good, man. For a white person, that's for a white person though. But that's all right.
No, here we go.
Oh God, here we go. Because I know the psychology behind John.
I mean, no, that was actually all right.
Oh, okay. You go fall in that coat, you want to. If you know anything, you know something.
But wait, when you say for a white person, we don't think you think white people aren't poetic? They can't be poetic or something? Your audio just went really low again. But we can't hear you. That's the thing.
Are you afraid? I'm afraid to tell him.
He lost his phone. Probably dropped it in the toilet somewhere.
I can't hear him, but I'm afraid to tell him.
If we don't tell him, we'll have to listen to "Can you hear me? Can you hear me?" Can you hear me?
Oh, if you don't tell him, it's on you, Nye. It's on you if you tell him.
So now, welcome to the club of dealing with people.
It's like you put your phone inside your pillowcase and you're like screaming through it. We cannot hear you.
Beth, you know Bruce, right?
Yes. I haven't seen him in a while.
We've been dealing with for years. It's going to be 2 hours straight. He done dropped his phone in that toilet.
He's gonna come back with a rap.
Or he done fell down those stairs again, and the phone is upstairs. Yeah.
He's trying so hard. You're calling that microphone not stopped.
I can't do this shit today.
Oh my gosh.
I am not high in this business.
KP, you have me over here in tears. I am laughing so hard.
I wish, as a moderator, we had the ability to do that to before.
They just keep talking. We can't hear them, but they don't know it. Yeah, hey, John. John would be the first one we tried on.
And trust me,
We'd be like, John, a 60-minute poem, will you? Read us a 60-minute poem.
No, I would definitely say
read the whole word piece.
You know, I used to understand that.
Okay, you guys ready? Here we go.
I promise, we'll listen.
We will listen. If you have Bruce.
You guys have spent 50 hours a week talking. You guys have spent 50 hours this week having random thoughts and random conversations. I have come on here and read many books.
That phone is upstairs.
I think hearing him talk and then accuse us of not listening to him is the funniest fucking thing.
And guess what? He's still trying to stand up. Can't even get up off the staircase. He's trying his best.
I don't think I've ever exchanged. I don't think I've ever exchanged this many words with Bruce before.
Did you hear him? You can hear him really quiet. They go,
He's trying to stand up. He is drunk as shit.
Guys, I have not laughed this hard on Clubhouse.
God, my back is so hurt. He's trying to stand up.
All right, I got a drunkard's poem. Here we go. There is a community of the spirit. Join it and feel the delight.
We just gotta laugh with this one.
Drink all your
We're gonna see how
passion.
many crunches he do trying to sit up.
And be a disgrace.
He's just doing all kind of crunches. He can't get up.
Close both eyes to see with the other eye. Open your hands if you want to be held. Consider what you've been doing.
Strong-minded people don't fall for this
What
stuff.
do you stay? Why do you stay with such mean-spirited and dangerous partner? For the security.
Bruce made it up.
I'm not playing against this.
Oh, he likes the poem. Oh, see, Bruce likes the poem. Bruce, no one can hear you, sir.
We have
We can hear him barely.
and you keep going on and on.
I just heard him say, I just barely heard him say, y'all can hear me, like he's under 3 feet of water.
Right?
That phone, I told you, that phone is upstairs.
He literally thinks we're gaslighting. He thinks it's a
Yeah, phone down the stairs again.
Bro, it's just your volume is very, very, very low, so we can hear you just faintly.
He's saying, John, read a poem.
He done fell down. He's trying to sit his ass up and get up.
Bruce is saying, mute, everybody mute up.
screaming into his
Everybody
phone.
mute
I
up.
know y'all can hear me.
Bruce is telling everybody to mute up.
They fall and they can't get up.
Bruce is telling you all to mute up and listen to John's 60-second poem.
No, we know.
Bruce is in a stomach with Shamu in SeaWorld right now. He'll be back when Shamu pukes him back up. Oh my God.
Bruce, that's what we're trying to tell you. Bruce, that's what we're trying to
You're
tell
in
you.
Shamu right now.
Very low. Your volume is very low. I only put you on mute so you can hear what we're saying, so you're not speaking over us. Your volume, he's not listening.
Bruce, I'm going to fire you as my talent manager.
Okay,
Oh.
Y'all made my day.
Damn.
I only moved you to the audience just very quickly. I'm going to bring you back up once you just hear this part.
He can't find his phone.
Your phone is just very low.
He fell over. He can't get
That's
up.
what we're saying. It's not that we can't hear you. We barely hear you, sir. So you need to fix the audio.
Yeah, he said he could barely hear him. Okay, speak real quiet. Listen quite carefully.
Funny thing is not that we can't hear him. It's he's so fucking mad that we can't hear him. Mad at us.
Could you imagine just saying the same thing over and over again? Why can't you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Like, dude, what is wrong with you?
How about you leave the room and then come back in so we can hear you?
I think Bruce has brain damage. I think that's the biggest
Just
problem.
Simple audio issue.
Bruce, it could be called brain damage. If you can't cognitively understand what you're doing right now, and since nobody can actually hear you, and that's like a tree falling in a woods, nobody can hear it because there's nobody there. It's like nobody can hear you, Bruce. You could keep going. You want me to read a poem? Is that what you're saying? You're asking the mods for 60 seconds for me to read a poem? Sure thing,
No,
Bruce.
you need to go back to
No
Walmart,
problem, Bruce.
Turn the headphones and get a new pair. They're not working.
I got you, Bruce. You just want to hear a poem, Bruce. I understand. You don't want to just let people waste all their time.
Out, like going back to your speakerphone.
That's what I said. Just leave the room and come back in and can reset for you.
We got that. How about that?
The next,
Catch you outside. How about that?
The next actor you sign, treat yourself to some new headphones.
Bruce told me he was my talent manager. I never heard from him.
It's a horrible.
I wonder why.
I know. I'm wondering why too now, but now I understand.
Now you understand why you never heard from him.
Well, we're trying to find out to understand why you sound like you in a suitcase.
Hey, Bruce, I'm leaving a review on your Google page right now for the Bruce Talent Agency. I'm giving you 1 star, Bruce.
Bruce,
Don't call me. I'll call you.
your mic is real low, Bruce.
Hey, KP, did you say that his headphones fell out of his head up the top floor and he fell down?
He's still getting fired. He just damn talking.
He sounds like he's speaking from the damn graveyard or something. I don't know. He sounds like he's in the basement.
Like I'm telling you, Sean, I was on the app with him, and Pockets was there. He got so drunk. He fell down all these damn stairs. That's all you heard. But he kept his beer can in his hand. Oh! He did not spill that beer.
Oh, he went on mute.
So he stopped speaking. I think he's trying to find his headphones now. He just realized they weren't in his head anymore.
Or he found out he concussed and passed out. One of the two.
Yeah.
I can't get over it. Anybody gets so mad at people for not hearing them. Like it's our problem. It's fucking hysterical.
Just reset that, man.
He came back so clear, like he had been on mute and been telling a whole dissertation about something, and he's like, I've been talking to you the whole time. And then he came off mute, sounded good, and then he went back into the mud.
And he wasn't even in the room.
Yeah.
He kicked himself out.
I mean, he sounds like he's got a muffin to his mouth trying to talk, like from another hallway, like far away from his headset.
was so funny.
It's because you could, every now and then you could say, like, I know y'all hear me. And you just go back and
Then KP's commentary made it even more hilarious. KP said y'all been dealing with this for years, and he fell down the steps, and he's down the steps, and the phone is upstairs. I literally had real tears in my eyes. This was the funniest room.
I'm trying to be watching my words because I know sometimes say, hey, maybe don't say that. This mofo, see, missed a whole flight of stairs.
Y'all, we had a really good conversation in this room this morning with Anthony and a guy named, what was his name, Zuka?
Yeah.
And a guy named
Zuka was cool. I like Zuka a lot.
I did too. Zuka and a guy named Dwayne. And I'd never talked to Dwayne or Zuka before, and they came in this morning and they were having like a pretty intense conversation. And Dwayne, nicest guy, but it was constantly, you know my N-word. We were like, oh, no, we can't say that. And, okay. Oh yeah, I'm sorry. You know my N-word. I was like, stop.
And you talking about Black Anthony from New York?
Black Anthony from New York? No, this Anthony is from Georgia.
Serene, why you do that to me?
Oh, I can hear you now, Bruce. I didn't kick you out. If I kicked you out, you wouldn't have got back in.
We can hear you. Bruce, you're fixed.
We can hear you now.
Oh, that was Anthony from New York, but let's see, move.
No, I didn't. Yeah, I didn't.
Nobody is talking about you.
Bruce, I didn't kick you out.
I know Serene. Love you.
Yeah, he's pretty cool. Really good guy. Really smart dude.
Bruce, did you fall down the stairs with a beer in your hand and leave your
Shut
headphones
up.
upstairs?
Shut the
I
ass.
can barely hear you, man. I can barely hear you.
Oh, you still can't hear me? No, you can't hear me now.
No, we hear you now.
No, we can hear you. You're going lower. Like
No,
Dwayne
we
and
can't
you're
hear you.
normal.
No, we can't hear you. We can't hear you.
Fucking white people, I swear.
He's a black guy, Bruce.
He's drunk as shit.
Yo, I'm dead.
I mean, I know Kate's black guy. Kate's black guy, I can tell. He's from LA. So I didn't know that.
He's from LA.
I'm not black. And no, I'm not from East LA. I just grew up.
Oh, you just say East LA. Why would you say I just say LA?
I'm not from LA.
Got you.
And I'm not black.
Alright. Okay. Whatever.
I'm not.
Can we just go on to what we're talking about?
What were we talking about, Bruce?
I swear to God.
Bruce, give us a reset. Give us a reset, Bruce. What were we talking about?
I don't know. So.
Bruce, what would you like? I'm sorry, sir.
Oh my God.
Bruce, what would you like to talk about today, sir?
It's up to you guys.
No.
Aw,
We want you to come up with a topic.
Oh, I'll be right back. I'm getting a wave, y'all. I'll be right back.
Okay, gotcha.
Where you going? No, don't leave me. Don't. Fuck. She left.
What would you like to talk about?
No. She's gone. I don't like. I feel I'm protected. So what y'all those?
Wait a minute. You said, man, white woman is gonna protect you.
Mm-hmm.
Protect you from what?
Protect you from what?
From y'all. From all y'all.
On the stage?
No, from all y'all. When Serene gets on there, that's when I get on. No.
Serene.
Listen, if
Who's
you're
Serene?
a goddess, at least you're
Serene.
name right. It's Serenity.
What the fuck? I mean,
Now you got me saying
Serendipity.
okay,
Serendipity.
see, you need. I'm scared of her too. I'm scared of all y'all.
Serendipity is the owner of
Serendipity. I can't fucking say it. See, that's what I'm scared of.
Yes,
Scare everybody, see.
I can't make these jokes up. I can't.
You know
she pockets. When pockets in here, and I feel safe. I don't feel safe with you guys. I don't feel safe with Mike and why I don't feel safe.
You want to be more specific?
I don't know why you don't feel safe with me.
I feel safe with pockets and Serena's.
I don't know why you feel unsafe with me. This is my first time engaging with you on this app, and I thought we had a pretty positive conversation.
We did, but you kind of turned on me.
When did I turn on you?
We was talking about some positive stuff, and then you just kind of turned on me. So
when did I turn on you? Wait, I'm just curious because I'm curious.
No, because the rest of them did.
Very fantastical narrative you crafted in your mind about you and I. Hey, please tell me more. When did I turn on you?
See, just scared right now. I'm just telling you, turn on me.
I'm about to tell you, bro. You about to climb the tree. You don't want to go up there.
See, Kate, he's scaring me too right now. See.
I'm trying to figure out the
I'm just here trying to have fun and stuff, but y'all scared.
See, what kind of
pockets and
Serena. I can tell that you have very few. You don't have an imagination because what kind of man can't
that scares me right now too.
What kind of man can't explain himself? Why are you talking?
I'm trying to explain myself and you won't let me.
No, I've asked you multiple times.
We was talking really good. I love the way.
Answer.
Okay. We talked. Hold
on. Stand down, bro. Stand down, Kate. Just give me
Kate scared me too.
Just give me 2 minutes, Bruce. Respectfully, because I'm genuinely curious.
Look, watch where you're walking, Bruce. See, that's a threat.
Can I finish a sentence? Can I finish a sentence?
I'm scared.
Okay. Well, maybe because you don't let anybody finish a sentence. Are you afraid of words? Is it words you're scared of?
See?
No. If I can finish the sentence, and I'm not trying to spar and have beef, I'm genuinely curious because I'm confused. What did I do specifically that gave you the impression that I turned on you? I'm asking you for
you didn't.
But that's what you said. Oh, how convenient.
Oh, shit. He went back to the basement, threw his headphones upstairs. Oh, shit.
He's convenient. Now we can't hear you again.
He must have some particles in his Bluetooth. He's got some particles in his Bluetooth or something. See, now you fucked up. You should never ask him a question when he's trying to walk downstairs.
Hey, let's listen very quietly. Hold on. Let's listen quietly. We can hear everything quietly.
He starts talking. This man said, I turned on him, and then in the same 4 or 5 sentences later said, I didn't turn on him. I swear. Yup. You know what? This app is so entertaining to me. You guys, and by you, just the cast of characters that I encounter in any given room. Right? You know what, Bruce? I'm not even going to pretend that I can hear you. I can't. I'm not going to strain my ears to listen to this jumbo. I can't even be bothered. But when you get a good mic, a good loud mic that you can be loud and wrong on, ping me so I can listen.
I'm tired of this shit. Can you hear me now?
Oh, he's back. Yes, we can hear you. Finally, we can hear you.
Okay, let me tell you something. Let me get real with you guys. Yes, and why me and you fucking conversation, dude, and I want to use you as with my my actors and shit. But y'all gonna start being fucking stupid. I'm sorry you can't hear me because I got my earplugs plugged in and whatever. Stop being stupid though. Like both of y'all, like all y'all. Like key yourself right now, dude. Serenity, what the fuck your name is? Look, dude, you too. Like where's Serenity?
Hey, you've got wired headphones. They
Sorry,
can hear you.
but still, at some point it's just too much.
Bruce, I know you can hear me, so here's what I'm going to tell you, okay? For the entire time we were laughing, we couldn't hear you. If hearing was 100% volume, you were probably 5 or 8%. We could barely hear you, and occasionally we'd hear you scream and you got mad. We'd be like, you listen to me, and we'd hear you. The rest of the time, we couldn't hear you. But what we were laughing at is you kept talking, even though we told you we didn't hear you. You just kept talking. And strangely, I'm trying to be super serious here. Strangely, you were the whole time you were accusing us of being, like, I guess, mean because we couldn't hear you. But we couldn't hear you. So we were laughing about the entire... It was funny because you're trying to talk, we can't hear you. You're accusing us of pretending we can't hear you, and we can't hear you. And your headphone goes in and out, in and out. When it goes out, we can. When I say we can't hear you, I mean it's like 5%. Like that's what it sounds like. Okay, you have to know that. You have to know that. And if you're gonna get mad at us because we can't hear you because you have fucked up headphones, then I think you should keep it to yourself. Because the room is...
I hate to interrupt, but let's move off of Bruce and be productive with our time. I'd like to read a poem for 60 seconds, if I may.
No poem.
Oh, you guys just want to get your dopamine. I see how it is. I understand. You're not concerned about curating an intelligent environment. You just want to run a...
I'm John down and bringing Bruce up for a second. Thank you. We're not going to send our room.
Good Shabbos, my little buttercup. I'd like to read you a Shabbos poem, if I may. I feel like your heart and your mind need an adjustment. Oh, she left. She must just be here for the dopamine. Oh, good Shabbos, Amos. I'd like to read you a poem, my beautiful Amos. Okay, you guys ready for your super secret magical Shabbos poem? It's only 60 seconds.
No thanks.
Oh, squeamish little heart. So upset and angry all the time.
Hey, I want to talk to Kali. We had a really good conversation the other day. We were debating Amir, the Muslims, about Talmud. That was so cool.
Cool. The Lord of Beauty enters the soul as a man walks into an orchard in spring. Come into me that way again. Light the lamp in the eye of Joseph. Cure Jacob's sadness. Though you never left, come and sit down here and ask, why are you so confused? Like a fresh idea in an artist's mind, you fashion things before they come into being. You sweep the floor like the man who keeps the doorway. When you brush a form clean, it becomes what it truly is. You guard your silence perfectly, like a water bug that doesn't leak. You live where Hashem lives, because your heart donkey was strong enough to take you there.
Good job. We hear you. Now let other people speak a little bit. I wonder if anyone wants to come up on the stage and give us one to understand who is Eno. If somebody give me the answer, who is Eno?
It's anonymous. He paid money so he doesn't have to say his name or put his photo. You can pay money.
This I know.
Okay, good.
One brave Eno come on the stage.
Yeah, tell us who you are.
I am Shuki, coming here.
I am Shuki. עמוס, תגיד, אם מישהו משלם כסף, הוא יכול לדעת מי זה
Oh, Harry, you're all alone. Just one hairy ball sack all by itself. Harry! Harry!
But yeah, it could be a big deal. I mean, it could be really amazing. Yeah. Or they might just all go, you know, and not be any interested.
Hi, when the Bruce show is over, moderators, if you could put me in the queue, I'd like to read a poem. Thank
You know what? Even though you made fun of me in my Harry Carey glasses, as you call them, okay, which I think is hilarious, I might be the only one who appreciates your poems, but I'm in the minority here. So I'm going to probably be outvoted all the time. So that's all I have to say about that.
Trust me, if I don't read poems in this room, the room collapses. This is just a drunkard's hall. There's nothing here. It'll collapse on its own. If I leave, there'll be a vacuum, an implosion.
Don't piss off KP, John. Don't piss off KP. KP, I can always.
That's why I don't have. That's why I gave up the bean. Excuse me, 1 second. John, you know you're welcome with eggshells with me. I like you, brother. I think you're a very, very intelligent man.
But that's your devil inside of you, but. That's that devil inside of you, but.
You want to try this again? Okay, give me the bean now.
Wait, hold on. Now in my cell.
I ain't gonna kick him.
You ain't got 60 seconds for a poem, but you got 5 years to waste time out here. You ain't got 60 seconds for a poem.
Shout out to Chloe. Hold on, I gotta give some shout outs, John. Be quiet. There's people in the audience. In the chat, Chloe said, my phone fell and somehow clicked on your profile. I hope that's a good thing. Beth says, he was streaming this room in the hallway. That's John. John has a lot of rooms that he streams this room. John,
you live in the month.
John, somebody sent me, last night they were so concerned. They sent me a text message. They're like, Pepe's on YouTube with all these videos talking about you and JB and some congressman. And I'm like, send me the link. So I clicked on it and I'm like, oh, that's just Congressman John's YouTube page where he's gathering evidence and testimonies and shit. And I said, he's recording every room. She's like, I wonder if I'm on any of them. I'm like, yeah, you probably are because he records all the rooms and he's in every room. John, here's the thing. I was in a room the other day. Point came on the stage. And because Hakeem and I have concluded that you are Point, when the Point character came on this stage, somebody on the stage, one of the moderators, who were like, hey, Point. And I was thinking to myself, now I wonder if Point is the congressman. Or if I know you're not interrupting me. I know you're not interrupting me while I'm speaking. I know you're talking about it.
I mean, really got this hateful motherfuckers on here. Nah, just give me the beans.
Decorum, Bruce. Be a gentleman, Bruce. Please, you're interrupting. Bruce. Be a gentleman, sir.
I know. You know what? That's why we're here. Let's let the clowns talk. Okay, I'm gonna mute up.
You're no gentleman, Bruce. How dare you come up here and say such vulgarity, Bruce? You are no gentleman. You should be ashamed of yourself, sir. You are no gentleman.
Clubhouse got you fucked up.
No, that he and Jay got you fucked up.
Nigga, you're nothing, dude. You like a bootleg ass fucking actor. Fuck out of here, dude. You nothing. And then you got New York here talking shit, and she want to be this super ass. You're dude, I got power. Watch. I'm about to motherfucker. Y'all not gonna work anywhere. And then you got stupid ass. This motherfucker is not really in here. Watch.
KP, he's talking about me. Weirdo shit.
You're about to fuck around and find out real quick.
He's very powerful. He just disappeared.
There's no N and K words allowed in the map. Yes.
That man can walk through walls.
Did he leave?
He disappeared.
I didn't do anything to him. I don't know.
I came up. Did you kick him?
I didn't touch him.
You know, I'm just like, whatever, let them clown. You know what I'm saying?
Oh no, this is one of my N-word moments because we can't say it. I was gonna go there. No, you don't fuck around with nice pretending.
I appreciate it. I just been trying to lay low, KP, because the past couple weeks has been wild on this app, so I've just been trying to lay low. Somebody invited me into a house today, and I was like, what? Why? Is this a setup? Is it a trap? Shit, the house is back. God damn. And they invited me to the house. I accepted. I said, this is either a trap, a setup, or an olive branch. I don't know yet, but we will find out.
It's always a trap. It's a spider's web or a fishing net. You're getting fished and webbed up by a spider.
John, how can you talk normally and not like you're talking weird?
Well, you sound weird to me right now. Every time you talk, you sound weird to me.
You always sound like you're like this interesting person who has a special comedic share to share. Let me share with you a poem I have.
That's how annoying you sound, bro. Thank you.
Oh, you have a poem to read? Go ahead, Sean. Let's hear your magnificent poem, sir.
I don't want to because no one wants to hear a poem right now. Okay?
Gentlemen, hold on. I got a message in the chat. KP, question for you. Ask KP what he thinks. Is it a setup, KP? Is it a setup? Because I know you're neutral. You roll with you work with the dark side of White Clubhouse. Is it a setup that I've been invited to the new White America house? Is it a trap and a setup?
My opinion. No, I don't think it's a setup. I think it's a thing on you. Just stay out of that shit. Go wherever you want to go. Like I told everyone.
Be whatever you want to be.
John, hold on.
No one pays my bills. I can go and talk to people disagreeing, whatever. I'm just not getting involved in that shit. Because I told all you stupid motherfuckers, go sit down. And I'm not trying to be disrespectful by MFing. Just go sit down and go talk it out. Y'all grown.
Yeah, but you got to understand, KP, there's going to be squabbles no matter what, because it's literally the jungle. And there are silverbacks and frogs out there that want to scream or belch. And that's just what silverbacks and frogs do. They make noise. And they want to stir the pot.
John, what happens is some people would try to put a battery in another person's back and say, oh, you were over there on that person's stage. It has nothing. Y'all beef is not my beef at all. And Sig and I roll tight. People come and have issues with Sig, and I would just tell them, go talk to him. That's a grown-ass man. Don't bring that crap to me.
Well, yeah, Naya's breaking a rule, actually, which is the 9th rule. And if you say the N-word, that's the 7th rule. I would refer to the rule list here because it demands you be in the room now. If you bring up drama from other rooms, you're breaking the rules of the room. Bring Brad up here, see if he wants to break the rules of the room, and he'll have to get put in the goop.
How about you go talk to Brad?
Brad is... I am talking to Brad. He can hear the words coming out of my mouth right now. He's in the audience. Brad is in the audience.
John, don't take it over to Brad.
Brad is in the audience. He can hear me.
Hold on. And if I'm muted, a moderator, my apologies. We're not bringing any Brad drama to the stage.
I'm not. I said he can hear me. He's in the room.
Brad, okay? I don't want no smoke with Brad while I'm a moderator. Okay? So,
I don't know what happened. That Viking that came in this room.
He's a Viking pagan. He's not a Christian.
Guess what? How about you go talk to Brad?
I am talking to Brad. He can hear me right now. You hear me, Brad? You're a Viking pagan.
John,
you're no Christian American.
Point of attention. He just interrupted you. Yep.
Drama.
Brad drama to the stage.
Right, and I'm not bringing Brad to the stage. Listen, I'm not bringing Brad to any stage, but I don't want people talking about it. He's welcome to listen, but we don't need to center this on Brad. Ignore the fact that Brad's down there. He can listen if he wants.
That's what I'm saying. That issue, whatever issue you have with Brad, go talk to Brad about it. I'm not getting stuck in the
Right, that applies to everybody in the room. Go ahead and direct it to him later, but don't do it in the room and don't talk about him while he's down there. Thanks.
Yeah, and
don't bring him up. Not that Nye was gonna. Nye and Hakima do not bring him up, but don't talk about him either. Thanks.
No, that's cool. I don't have any beef with Brad, but that's my rule. As a mod, I don't want to be moderated on the stage where folks are engaged with Brad beef, and Brad is not on the stage to defend himself or at least weigh in. So I want to make that clear.
That's exactly right. That's true.
Gossip travels on this app, and people will go back and say, "Now I was talking about Brad."
Correct.
No, she wasn't.
That's why we can't talk about him, because he's not coming on stage, so we're not talking about him. That's how it works. Stop talking about him.
There you go. Wherever someone else's beef is.
Don't talk about him. I'm not talking about him.
Been there years ago.
Great. This is.
Well, the answer to my question is it's a setup, KP. Me and somebody in the chat have decided to say, and I'm going to tread lightly.
Just stay away from it. Your spidey tingling senses, just stay away. That's it.
Damn, we got Serendipity, Monica, and MG all back at the same time.
Hey.
I
just got out of a meeting. No, I just got out of a business meeting. Hey, everybody.
Hey, Monica, how you doing, dear?
Less than highly favored, sir. How about you?
Better than I deserve.
Nice. Although there's a distressing amount of mosquitoes around me, which is not something. So we can play.
Did somebody do Brad?
No, but here's the thing. I know we said we weren't going to do this, but please, Brad, respectfully, I'm reading your chat. I'm reading your. Hopefully, y'all can hear me. I'm reading your message. Please, leave me out of it. I'm begging you. Because it's not me. I was asking you to name and bring whatever beef he has with you to the stage, and I moved him to the audience because I don't want to be.
He's gonna go have a chat with the owners of Clubhouse.
Talking about you.
He's gonna go have a chat with the owners of Clubhouse.
Wait, who are you directing that to now?
I'm directing it to Brad.
Oh, okay.
His chats. And he said, I guess I can reach out to the owners of the club and see if they can come up with continued discussions. Since the mods feel free to gossip. I wasn't gossiping about you, so I want to make that clear.
You guys,
and so
FYI,
I don't.
FYI, not gossiping about him. We're telling everybody to stop it. I'm not bringing him up on my stage personally. I'm just not gonna have him on my stage. But I said we're not need to be talking about him either. We need to stop. If he can listen all he wants, but we don't need to be talking about him. I and I were telling people to stop talking about him.
So I guess some things happened before I got in the room.
John was on the stage. Well, let me make
in the month.
Yeah, I don't mean to. I just want to make this really clear because I'm very sensitive when it comes to this, right? Because a lot of shit that's been happening behind the scenes in the past couple weeks, and I need to make it clear that I don't want any beef with Brad. You understand what I'm saying? And I'm almost getting emotional about this because I don't want him putting my name in anything on the stage talking about him. We were having a good conversation, fun conversation. John started to bring your name up with whatever issues he has with you, and I shut the shit down. Point, period. So I want to make that clear. While he's in the chat saying the mods won't bring me up, the mods are gossiping about me. No, we were not.
We're not gossiping about you. There's one gossiping about him, one person. It was John, and we kicked him down the audience because of it. That's it. We stood up for Brad. That doesn't mean he has to come up on stage. Stood up for him. So it's, we handle ourselves very well. We didn't say about him.
Okay.
Well, hold on.
All right. What, Monica?
So it sounds like some rules were violated and they got handled, from what I hear, right?
You're 100% right. Yes, that's exactly right.
Okay.
So first off, I know 3 people that didn't do it. I know Serendipity. I know Monica didn't do it because here's.
No, they were not here. They were not here, Brad.
I know they weren't. But I know this idiot, and I also know like the Michelles of the world up here. You really don't have any progress. You don't own the fucking club.
What the hell just happened?
Everything was just in the Matrix. I didn't hear nothing. The only
Listen,
thing I heard was
listen to me. Listen to me. Listen to the room. Listen to me, please. Do not bring Brad to the stage when I'm on the stage.
Okay.
He's going to sit here and insult me. I'm not going to insult him. I'm not going to say shit about him. So don't bring him up here. He's not welcome here. As long as I'm a mod, he's not welcome here. Okay, period. If I need to block him so he can't be here when I'm modding, I will. But I don't. Hang on. Okay, please, hush. Listen, Brad. I don't block you because I don't want to affect your experience on Clubhouse. But if you're going to come in my room and disparage me, then I will block you so that you can't do that. I'm not gonna right now. But if you want me to, that's fine. But then it affects your experience elsewhere. Okay? Know where you're wanted, know where you're not welcome, and act accordingly. Period. I'm not gonna say shit about you. I don't want to be on your asshole list. But I'm not putting up with it.
Okay, and I just want to say, Brad, I'm going to open up Mexican Mansion. You can have a voice and have any kind of free speech you want with anyone.
Perfect.
I'll see you later, guys.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Sounds great. Sorry about that. That's the first in a week and a half. That's the first tension we had, and it's because someone came in a room and the rules weren't followed, and John was the one not following the rules, and Brad was the one in the room. Period. That's it. We took care of John. That's the one that Brad on the stage. The first thing he does is insults me with the first fucking sentence that comes out of his mouth. I'm not putting up with it. I don't have to put up with that. I don't have to tolerate that. Stop it. I stuck up for him in the audience.
All right.
Really?
Sounds like it was handled.
I mean, if I would vote, good job.
I'm trying to be fair, and I'm trying to keep this place fun and positive, and I don't want that shit in here. Don't.
Yeah. I don't think anybody does.
I don't know what the future holds, okay? This is not anything's permanent, but right now, the first thing of it was insulting me when he did get up here. So I just proved my point. I'm not putting up with it.
We've tried. There have been darts lobbed at many of the mods on this stage by people that we haven't even engaged with or interacted with, and we've tried really, really hard to keep that out of this space, to not add fuel to the fire, to not do response rooms, to not call people out. So, like I said, you don't have to like it. You can think it's lame, and you're more than happy to take it up with the owner of the house. Right now, he's not here, so we're doing the best that we can. And that means no matter who you are, whether you're Brad, whether you're Pepe, whether you're any number of other people on this app, if the topic of conversation comes up, we discourage the use of names and we try to move it along just as quickly as possible because we just don't want it here. We just don't want it. Nobody wants the smoke. Nobody wants the heat. So.
And if you come in the audience and you're heat in the frick chat, you really don't should expect to make
wait a minute. So, Mike, if we don't want to talk about it, then we shouldn't talk about it.
No, this is I'm not talking about him.
This is what I'm going to do, and this is what I'm going to do. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard in the Muff, providing service goes to Procrastination Island. We ask for your full attention as we review important safety information and rules of the house. Ensure your seatbelts are fastened and in the upright position. All carry-on baggage must remain stored in the overhead bins of your berth. Sleep? We don't want to hear it. Your seatbelt fastens by staying on mute while others are speaking. We can only hear one of you at a time. To release said seatbelt, make sure it is meaningful, brief, and avoids the use of the N and K words, both on stage and in chat. Please expect turbulence, which can occur unexpectedly and regularly. In the likely event of a loss of cabin pressure, oxygen masks will not be provided, but we can pretend. They'll drop from this panel above you. Place it over your nose and mouth and breathe for fuck's sake. If the going gets tough, you're welcome to get going. Please secure your own mask, before assisting others. There is one exit on this aircraft located in the top right corner. Exercise your personal discretion. If needed, a low-level moderator may guide you out to the halls. Better luck next time. In the mouth regulations specifically prohibit doxing, threats of violence. Keep families out of your mouth. Safety information can be reviewed on the house description page for additional details. We'll be monitoring compliance before, during, and after takeoff. Thank you for flying with us, and we wish you a mostly pleasant journey.
Love it when she reads that.
I still think it needs like 3 paragraphs less serendipity. It like takes a lot of air. You know, that's probably the longest speech I ever give on Clubhouse ever. Like, I have to have time and energy for it.
You know, it's really good about it. It kind of gives people a really good moment to kind of breathe, take a few breaths, good healthy thought.
That's the point.
Yep, it's great.
Please do not invite John up right now either.
I don't need to hear John either. And then, you know, like, until Mojo returns, the book stops with serendipity. Like, she guides the tone of the room. So when I say it's my stage, it's not my stage. It's the mob. And it's led by serendipity. Or Mojo if he comes back. So, you know, keep in mind that we're a team here.
All right, moving right along. Hey, Beth and Naveen, welcome to the stage. I know, Beth, you've been up here for a hot minute, but I think you came while I was gone.
Hello. Good. I'm still stewing, Naveen, about the free speech burning of the flag stuff. That's really caught my attention. I go, people should have the right to be assholes in our country. They should have the right to disrespect something that I love and am incredibly proud of. It's nasty, but they get to. And also, if they're not U.S. citizens, I don't think they should. I don't know. What do you?
Well, I think that, you know, if you're a U.S. citizen and you're in this country desecrating, if you're not a U.S. citizen and you're in this country desecrating our flag and, you know, burning it and insulting it, you know, you shouldn't be allowed to stay in our country. I mean, every other country does that except for us, right? So, again, I'm not saying that we have to be the same as others, but, you know, the reality is if you're doing that. You're a citizen, sure, you should have the right to express. I mean, I agree with that 100%. You should have the right to create this country, do whatever the hell you want. You know, you want to. The problem is that when you try to incite, and this is what.
What happens that you're not in their room?
Oh, Serendipity is a little upset with me at the moment. I stirred the pot.
Why?
I don't know. Brad was in the room, and I said, I'm talking to Brad right now. He's in the audience, and I kept saying that over and over again, and they got very upset.
But wait, did Serendipity take over the muff?
Yeah, Serendipity's in charge of the muff now.
Oh, where is Roger? I haven't seen his profile.
He's probably listening on Anonymous.
But because his profile disappeared from the month, did you see?
Yeah, his X account got deleted too.
Oh, the second one.
He'll probably come back as something else other than Mojo.
Huh. Why did he get clipped?
Maybe he has been reported because of you.
Yeah, I don't know. It was Pepe or who knows. Somebody reported his account because they clipped all of my accounts too. Everybody's account
I
got
heard
clipped.
there was some drama about some doxing and whatever, which is all bullshit because they have all used their own names.
Yeah. I could post the link. You want to see the link?
Oh, yeah. Then I can... Yeah, somebody texted me and told me that it was involving JB and Serendipity and Roger and Monica and Pepe and even Keegan.
Yeah, Keegan too. Keegan was a big part of this because Keegan has had his beef with Brad a lot, like big time beef, like, you know, homicidal death threat type of beef.
Yeah, Keegan seems like very innocent and just minding his own business, but it's funny that he's also in the drama.
Yeah, Brad is his own worst enemy. I don't think the guy's ever done a meditation in his life, you know?
I listened to only like 10 minutes one day that I was scrolling through my YouTube and I found one live thing that you had where Brad was dragging you about he was dragging you about you being a scammer and not telling the truth about your service and telling people not to give you any money.
Yeah, I know.
And he was furious.
Yeah, he was very angry. He's angry all day long on this app. All he does is come here to road rage. It's crazy.
Did you see that BPP just came in a moment ago?
Yeah, she's in the muff. She wanted to see what the hell I'm doing here, which is recording her room.
You're disrupting the peace to do things that, you know, are unfair or inappropriate, but it doesn't mean that the flag is okay to burn, the American flag's not. I mean, other way around. It just doesn't mean that. I mean, there is no law. All I'm saying is we have to be careful how we say it. There is no law against burning the LGBT flag, period.
I'm pretty sure John said in the state of Illinois, if he were to post a video on YouTube of him burning the Quran or the LGBTQ flag, that he could be arrested.
Those could be stopped for burning the flags.
No, I think states. I think the nuance here is that states can do that. States can say.
Well, let's do the research. I don't think it's true.
Yeah, I'm pulling it up right now. I'm checking.
What did they just say, Issa?
Please don't. I'm driving, so I can't.
What did you say?
American flag. The American flag, I can't think of in my opinion, that's a bigger example of freedom of speech than actually using your mouth parts to say about stuff you don't like. The flag is quintessential. To crack down on burning a flag is government overreach, and it is contrary to the freedom of speech all fucking day long. So it doesn't mean I like it. And if you're not an American citizen, then you're not held to the standards. You don't have the rights to the Constitution by default, so you can't do it.
But Mike, do you? I mean, I agree with you 100%. I mean, you and I are 100% on everything you said. I agree with. But here's the thing: you said the last part. If you're not a U.S. citizen, you're not bound by the Constitution. According to the Constitution, right? You step foot in this country, you're given rights in this country, and so who's to say that you don't have the right to freedom of speech when you're in this country? I mean, isn't that what the...
Are you given constitutional rights by being in the country if you're not?
I don't know. I mean, this is the argument that the protesters in Colombia and others who are F1 students are saying, hey, we have freedom of speech, and everyone is coming out saying, well, they do. They're in this country, so they have freedom of speech. You're given these rights just because you entered the country and you have the right to do it, and you can even sue in a court, for your rights because you're in. And that's the question, right? And that then predicates other larger conversations like, hey, should we really be building our census then on people who don't have any rights at all, right? So all of those, and that means should Congress seats be determined by people who are there,
Nobody should be allowed to burn the flag
saying I hate a huge swath of something. I mean, if you hate a huge swath of America, then goodbye. You know, you don't have the right to stand on American soil and burn an American flag.
But you do. You have a right to stand on American soil and talk shit about the president. You have a right to stand on American soil and practice your religion. You have a right to stand on American soil and speak anything other than death threats or calls of violence. Anything else you have the right to do. It's pretty straightforward. It's not even really that hard to interpret. Doesn't matter that I personally hate the idea. I had this conversation in the Marine Corps in the 90s. We literally sat in our office, had the same exact conversation, full of Marines. And every fucking one of us, with the exception of maybe one person, said, no, we cannot stop people from doing it, even though we hate it.
Yeah, why do you have an assertion about, it's speech covering a wide swath of people? This is, it's very odd. I'm not entirely sure what point you're trying to make. I think that if people are a swath of people, that should be well within their rights. I don't agree with it. I don't believe in hating anybody.
Why don't you agree with it?
Because it's a personal choice. That's not Anthony Edwards' choice. But I'm not the moral standard bearer. I'm not the moral standard bearer for the world. I'm one man with one opinion. You can have a very different opinion, idea from me. You should have the right to that opinion and idea, and you should be able to articulate your idea and your opinion without fear of retribution. No, I said you should be able to articulate it. Your comparison was burning the flag to hating a large swath of people. So it's like,
well, I said it's inarticulate.
You did say that, and then you went on. Then you went on to say to compare it to hating a large. I can understand the inarticulate argument, which I disagree with also. I can conceptually, I can grasp the concept, but I don't agree with it. However, you didn't stop there. We would have been cool. We would have been cool if you stopped there.
Okay.
What brought me off of my mic was you further expanded on that idea.
You're
and
right.
That's why I was saying that I didn't understand, Devin.
No, I shouldn't have gone on. What I said, I will still stand by for sure. I was trying to make a bigger story out of it. But yeah, it's inarticulate to burn the flag. So let me just stop there.
Okay, Issa, this room is going to go all day. I'm going to walk away from all this and let these, speakers burn themselves out. Anything else you want us to talk about before I walk away?
No, it's okay. Where are you going?
I'm going for a jog in the park. Oh, shit, somebody wrote they're voting. They're voting for LaHood now.
No, I just came to make you company because I haven't been around much, and I thought, okay, I'm going to spend some time with him. But no, I just got into bed, so it's okay.
Okay, sounds good.
Anyway, I'll see you in a few days. Have fun with your drama. I'm gonna go look at your
response.
That the world breaks down into countries, and you cannot stand on the soil of a given country and say, I reject everything about this country, which is what one is doing when one burns the flag of that country.
Devin, you can do that. You can do that in the United States. You can't do that in Saudi Arabia. You can't do it in Iran. You can do that in the United States. That's why we're different.
Can I interject for a second here? I think that when it comes to the U.S. Constitution, the U.S. Constitution in the First Amendment guarantees the freedom of speech, but it does not guarantee the freedom of expression. So you are free to say whatever it is on your mind, but when it comes to expression, some forms of expression are not allowed historically in the United States. One of these, once upon a time, was the freedom to express communist leniency. in the United States. So members of that are leaning members of the Communist Party or communist-leaning members of the United States citizenry, they're not allowed legally to express in any way or form their communist leniency. So there are matters that hurt the government, the Republic of the United States, that are not allowed. So here, I think that the First Amendment in the Constitution of the United States guarantees specifically freedom of speech, but not freedom of expression. According to what I read on the White House.government website, which is the official website for the White House, Donald Trump made burning the American flag a felony. So here, it's considered
hold on. I have to stop you now because number one, you're wrong about the freedom of expression.
Exactly.
It is included in the First Amendment as symbolic speech, which is the freedom of expression. Donald Trump did not make burning the American flag a felony. Donald Trump merely said that states that had laws that said that when the burning of the flag was included with the other crimes, these are already laws on the books in various states that when burning the flag in association with vandalism, violence, any other crime, then he encouraged AGs to continue to pursue the additional charges for the flag burning based on the state's already existing laws. He didn't make any new laws. All he did, it was honestly like a spotlight political ploy. He changed nothing. He just basically said, I encourage the attorney generals to proceed with these charges that you already have on your books if they burn the flag in conjunction with some other criminal offense.
Serendipity, there is one thing, though, that he did put in there. He did say that he instructed immigration officials to consider denying benefits to non-citizens who desecrate the flag. And that is the challenge right now in front of courts is green card.
Did I just lose them or
whatever.
Did
Did
everybody?
Naveen finish his point? Hold on. Naveen, you done?
So so he just said that, so that's what's being challenged right now by the court. Nonsense.
Okay, Anthony, you can go now.
No, I was saying that King cut up. That's I came off the mic to say I couldn't hear King for a minute.
That was you.
Numid, real quick, if I'm saying it correctly. So as Serendipity pointed out, burning the flag is not against the law. It is as held up by the Supreme Court to protect it by freedom of speech. And just so you know, presidents don't make laws in this country. The president, as much as he'd like to, cannot make anything a felony. That's why we have separation of the executive branch, the Congress. Congress makes the laws. Presidents, of course, can try to push this and reject that, but no president has ever made anything a felony because they don't have the power.
I think Naveen's point is really valid. It seems to me that there is no question about most of what we're talking about, with the exception of people who aren't American citizens who are burning flags in the United States. If you think that the Constitution guarantees its rights to everybody who's just in the United States at the moment they're in the United States, then I guess you can't arrest them for doing that. But if you don't think that's the case, you don't think it should be the case, then I think you should support an arrest of them doing that. But that has nothing to do with actual citizens.
I don't believe that was Naveen's point. I think that his original statement was that the Constitution guarantees freedom of speech, but it does not guarantee freedom of expression.
No, that wasn't Naveen's point. That wasn't Naveen's point.
I never said that, Anthony. I said that.
Oh, Naveen King. Okay, I'm sorry. I thought the guy, Numid, whatever. I thought he was Naveen. I'm sorry.
Well, that's cool. Someone else is Naveen. I like that.
My bad. I didn't realize you were Naveen. I stand to be correct.
If someone's raising their hand, should I, like, I'm not sure about this person. Do I just let you do it? Or, like...
Who's raising their hand? Oh, yeah, I'd bring them up to see, at least in the signals, kick them down if they're obnoxious or something. Why not?
Slippers is very obnoxious. I wouldn't trust them.
This is not Slippers. Slippers are answer.
I know.
I guess he didn't want to come up. He came up and he left. Sorry.
Wasn't Slippers. I would have been Slippers without hesitation. Alright, so in the Jumbotron is a link to join the house. All of you pink tickets. Like Darren, what the heck? You're in here all the time. Leanne, Jane, you're just offended by the title of the house. You know it means headphones, right? It means headphones. And I'm staying with that definition. Now, in the Muff After Dark is a different kind of house, so I could understand the reservations, but then you just leave quietly, right? Because one can. Serendipity, like, I wanted to hear the Catholic school shooter's letter to his family, but then I don't think I was prepared because I had like a deep well of resentment for giving that my time and attention. There's nothing.
I understand that feeling.
Honest. There's nothing honest about that letter. It was just self-promotion, virtue signaling, garbage.
And I can understand you feeling that way too. I think that letter said something different to me. Only when reading it in comparison to his journals.
His journals were honest. At least they were honest.
Yeah, I think that. I don't know.
As horrible and ugly, like looking forward to seeing the expressions of pain and fear on children's faces. At least it was horrible but honest. That I didn't hear anything genuine in that letter, and maybe that's a me problem. Maybe I'm not as.
The thing of it is, even if he used it to some extent to, I don't know. I think
exonerate his family from his sin.
Well, yeah, potentially exonerate his family. Potentially, that shows some semblance of an ability to care. Why would you if everything that he wrote in his journals was the only part of the truth of him? Why would he bother to even make that attempt on behalf of his family?
Did you guys hear me earlier?
No. And you have a loud background, so I'm hoping it's to hear you.
Okay, well, earlier you guys had a discussion about anti-Semitism and Islamophobia, and if you'd like me to chime in, I'm happy to. Otherwise, I'll go back to doing what I was doing.
You have a really loud background. It's like an airport in the background.
I think he's at a barbecue. I think he's having a party without us. I think he's at happy hour, Dr. Jordan. And the fact that you are not passing drinks around this stage, I have some low-key resentment. But I'm a survivor, and I don't complain much, so I'll rally, but still.
I'm in a coffee shop, but if it's too loud,
there's no way that you can. Is serendipity? Is there a noise reduction? Because I would like to hear Dr. Should we just suffer through the background noise so we can hear him make a contribution?
I think so, Monica.
Man, that coffee shop is lit.
So I'll try and be quick here. So I think that as troubled as I am by anti-Semitism, it's very hard to compare it to Islamophobia, right? Because you're dealing with a high-profile, very small population compared to a much larger population, which includes billions of people who are fairly low-profile. So anytime you have a high-profile population, you're going to generate resentment and anger, right? So one of the problems that I find, for example, I was just in a room earlier, and this is why I thought of it, or listening, was that there's a group that I belong to, Parents, Mothers Against Anti-Semitism at college campuses. They pick every possible detail they can find to throw into the anti-Semitism bin, and it dilutes the potency of the problem, right? And so they're working against themselves by fucking flipping out about everything. And in some ways it's understandable. In some ways it's very detrimental to the cause. So I'll stop there.
I think when talking numbers, I think here it depends on the country and the locality. So in the United States, Christians make up the majority, closely followed by Judaism. So here, these constitute the biggest religious groups within the United States, and Muslims are actually the minority in the United States. So what constitutes
Muslims?
Yeah, so here, what constitutes anti-Semitism in the United States may not apply for other countries. In the United States, Jews make up a bigger minority than Muslims do. In fact, they make a fraction of what Jews make up.
Definition. Wow. What is the definition of anti-Semitism?
I don't know. You can look it up.
It's the hatred of Jews.
Actually, I'm gonna have to fact check your statement again, because in the United States, the way that it breaks down. In the United States, the way that it breaks down is Christianity, including Catholicism, makes up 66 to 70% of the religion. Then there's another 26% of unaffiliated religious organizations. Judaism only makes up 2.5% of the religious makeup in the U.S.
Yeah, and I just want to add to that. Can you hear me? So the thing I want to say, though, and I'm going to have a counterterrorism expert from Israel on my podcast again, but one of the things is that even though the acts may happen on U.S. soil or in France or in Morocco, for example, it's a global issue because everybody has access to the internet, obviously, right? So when we talk about it by nation, it doesn't really factor in because the influence from any one event crosses the internet in seconds. And so while the acts of violence may be reported or underreported, the difference is that there's a global crisis, right, that is contiguous across ocean.
So the definition is prejudice, discrimination, hostility, or hatred directed at Jewish people. That is anti-Semitism. So it can't be Muslims.
I'll be right back, Mom. I gotta take a real quick.
Unless maybe the Muslims are ethnically Jewish, maybe then.
There's no such thing as ethnic Muslim or ethnic Christian or ethnic Jewish. So if you look at the sidechain I sent on RLS, an RLS research done in the United States on religious affiliations in the United States, the majority of the population of the United States, striking 60 to 62% are Christians. And you have other religions, which include Jews. They make up around or more than 2% of the population. And Muslims make less than 1% of the population. So the Jewish population is more than double the Muslim population in the United States. What is the minority religion in the United States? In this case, it is the Muslims. The Muslims make up the minority case here. So they're a very fragile minority. Jews they make up double of the Muslim population, so they are, comparatively to the Muslim population, a well-established minority within the United States.
But didn't you make the argument that anti-Semitism in other places is directed at Muslims?
No, the talk here was about, the Jews are a minority, so here we're looking at...
They could be anti-Semitic against Muslims.
When you're talking 2%, 1%
of
the whole, when you're talking 2% versus 1% of a whole country, neither of those groups are falling in the majority.
Yeah, of course. Because the talk here is about religious minorities in the United States. Somebody here mentioned that Jews are the minority compared to the Muslims, and we gotta watch for that. But the case is that the Muslims here are the minority. So I said we need to look at things by a country-to-country basis, not by an entire world.
Right, and this is why I challenged you, because I'm the one who said that it was the Jewish community was population was smaller. The reason is, or the issue is the visibility. The visibility of the Jewish community is much larger proportional to its size, right? So even if you take philanthropy, for example, people know more Jewish names, know more about where Jews live, know more about Jewish culture than they do Islam. Beyond that, beyond national borders, right, is the fact that there's a global influence of propaganda, and there are so many more, there are billions of Muslims, there are only millions of Jews on the planet. So the reception in terms of what people learn on the internet is greatly influenced by that number alone.
I think here this is also open to interpretation, because knowing about a certain culture or religion is solely dependent on the openness of that religion. From personal experience and from general experience, Jews are a very conservative religious group. They just do not invite a lot of people into their religion. And also, in their religion, they're traditionally more conservative about their religion. So they're not open about it. They like to practice.
It's only on the loan. It's not on the property. It's not.
Yeah, exactly. The loan.
Co-borrow equals co-applicant equals.
When you're on a loan, on a mortgage loan, whether you're co-borrower or not, you're still on a deed.
Right. Everybody who's stop saying stupid shit.
That's my baby.
Anywho, all of us have feminine and masculine side. Some have.
Guys, I go to the beach, there's a cat running in front of me on the sand. I go to Miami in the middle of nowhere, there's a cat that comes out. And the craziest part is some of them come up to me, stray cats. I'll get them, I'll squat down and I'll put my hand out and I'll be like, come here, buddy, come say hi, like that. Soften my voice up. And some of them will come, right? And the third thing that has happened since my father died, and this is the most, to me, it's kind of scary, right? I have had at least 50 plus scenarios where I call someone right before they're about to call me, right? Or I call someone either while they're talking to someone about me, like, hey, most in this, most in that, just kind of whatever story he's telling. He's like, yo, I was just telling Andy. Those three things have happened since my father died. And the last thing I'm going to share with you guys, the night my father died in hospice, I was in there with my mom, my aunt, and my little brother was downstairs. And my mom said, tell your little brother to come up, because she felt that my dad was going to die that night, right? So I called Eamon, and I said, Eamon, come up and see Dad real quick. And he's, yeah, I don't want to come up, because it's Eamon, my brother, he's not good with that stuff,
the Jewish religion, especially when it comes to the destruction of the first and second temples, which is an important aspect of the Jewish religion.
a lot of people don't know about this. So I
Hey,
think
moderators, this is Mojo. If you could put me in the queue after Numid is finished speaking, I'd like to read a 60-second poem. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Here, when it comes to understanding of certain religions, I've noticed that a lot of people are familiar with, sects of Islam. Like there's the Sunnis and the Shia. They know about the disregards of each, like what makes them fight, what makes them band with each other, things that are specific to these religions, which countries like are Shia, which countries are mostly Sunni, and what certain differences between the two sects of the same religion are. So this requires a steady knowledge of what this is and what that is. But I've noticed that a lot of people are not familiar with the Jewish sects. So they know that there is Zionists, and they know that there is non-Zionists, but less people can name the non-Zionist sects of Judaism, and I've noticed that most people just are familiar with Zionism, and that's it. So here, especially when we talk about Zionism, here we're not specifically just talking about religion. Here we're talking about something even outside of religion. Here we're talking about the political movement within Zionism that people are familiar with, but not many people are familiar with what the differences certain Jewish groups are, whether within Israel or outside of Israel, and also within the United States. I've personally met a Jewish girl from Mexico, for example, and I did not expect that. I did not expect Mexicans to have Jews, because I thought, okay, a lot of Mexicans should be, Catholics, and if there's any Jews, I'm not one to likely meet one, and it happened to be the exact opposite what I thought. There's actually Jewish Mexicans, and even the president or the prime minister of Mexico today is Jewish, and that's an aspect I did not know about before, and I believe a lot of people don't know about these aspects of Jews that not only live in certain countries, but they also have a lot of power and influence in these countries.
Okay, so the last part I agree with you, and again, it speaks to visibility as well, right? Like, the high-profile nature gives us visibility as a population. Now, the fact that you didn't know that there were Jews in Mexico, I don't know. I don't know what that, because to me, that's pretty well known that there are diaspora communities all over the world. But where I do agree with you is that even within the Jewish community, we didn't know much about Zionism because we were taught modern Jewish history, we were taught biblical Jewish history. But furthermore, because the Jews in the First Testament, the Old Testament is Jewish, we think of that as a Judeo-Christian kind of culturalized, widely spread, universal understanding of Jewish people, whereas I would say in Muslim faith, now I have friends from Sudan, from India, elsewhere in South Asia, Southeast Asia.
Okay, we're going to see if I can onboard petition circulators through this room. We're going to text them all a Clubhouse link and try to get them to onboard with Mojo. Harry Balzac has joined us. Or did he leave already? So this is Mojo in the petition signature phone call live stream. This is Campaign HQ here with Mojo. Oh, Lisa. Oh. What up, Son of Minnie? So we're trying to onboard petition circulators, people who go out and gather petitions signatures right now. Trying to use this app productively as opposed to listening to you want to talk about Clubhouse? I just got your text.
That house in the muff. They don't read anything. It's so funny. Like they'll be talking about nothing, absolutely nothing for hours. Hours. The only interesting thing that has emotion on this app is you. I mean, like, come on, like you're the only interesting thing. Like you're the one that really gets like my dopamine hit. Like you're the comedy guru, and people just don't see it. It's really just like I don't know. It's really weird.
Yeah, I have recorded them ever since Mojo, basically quit, and it has been absolutely, total waste of time. But that's part of the thing about also my life. I mean, I'm just sitting here relaxed, but I'm listening to the dumbest stuff in the world. But I am reading some really good books, and I'm interjecting with really smart poetry. So
yeah, dude, that poem was incredible. Who was the writer? Like, it was incredible poetry.
I think it's Rumi. I think I've been reading a lot from 43 Odes. It's called Like This by Rumi. Version by Coleman Barks. Yeah, it's very smart.
And then that one with Rabbi, the angry God, and Pussy in them, like that. Dude, that was like dopamine right there, like all different characters. Dude, I was in the middle of work, and I was just like laughing, giggling. I was like, oh my goodness, what a bunch of characters.
It's intense, but like
it's hilarious.
It's intense. I cannot waste my life listening or communicating with Bussy. I refuse. He's too absurd and despicable, so you just have to talk over him. But isn't it amazing how his profanity mixed in with the poetry somehow works?
Dude, it does. It was surreal humor. I really enjoyed it.
He's so funny. He does this disgusting belch when he says the N-word. He is a disgusting human being. So I texted everybody I know, come to the petition signatures phone calls live stream room with Mojo and John, where we will onboard petition gatherers. We had 3 or 4 people respond today who want to gather petitions. So that was good news, and we are expecting more, hopefully. But this is their onboarding room. I'm going to keep it very professional if anybody joins. And we shall see. This room is going to be open from 4 p.m. Central Standard Time to 7 Central Standard Time for any onboarding, because a lot of people could get out there on the streets tonight and gather signatures, as well as all day tomorrow, Sunday, and Monday at the parades. So this is the onboarding room, and I'm just gonna chill and relax. Occasionally read some poetry. Also live stream some Clubhouse rooms in. And if anybody joins the room, it would be fantastic. I've sent this link to many, many people. A lot of Clubhouse people. we'll see how it goes. Yeah, I'm gonna. Oh, my friend is here. He's gonna help with the petition onboarding.
I heard that you're flying him out. That's pretty awesome.
Well, what would be amazing is if he can fundraise his whole trip here on Clubhouse prior to actually departing. That would be exciting news. Him coming here is not exciting, but him fundraising here is exciting.
Didn't do nothing. There's this Jew-hate room my friend was in. Like, there was Beauty, Harry Balzac, and my friend was just really roasting some of these pally fags. So it was,
and they didn't do nothing.
Didn't do nothing.
Do you know what a didn't do nothing is?
Yeah, when like black people were getting arrested.
Right. I didn't do nothing. Anyway, Chris, please donate to the campaign to elect John Kitover. If you donate even $5, $1 would help. $5 would be great. $10 could get us lunch for the day. And we're going to be driving around Western Illinois collecting signatures. Please donate. John, are we onboarding people or what? What are we doing here?
Yeah, this link has gone out to a lot of my phone contacts as well as people who have responded to the Craigslist ads today. So I'm trying to bring them in here so we can kill two birds with one stone and onboard petition circulators right now.
What happened to Chris? You moved him down or he moved himself?
No, I accidentally moved him down. I was trying to mod him, and I hit move to audience by accident. So how did your driving lesson go? What did you learn about yourself during the drive?
It was good. I had 4 driving lessons with 4 different teenagers, and I taught them how to drive. They're doing good.
Okay, as we're waiting to onboard, since it's Shabbos, we're going to read a passage from the Zohar. Here we go. Take the deepest breath of the day. Hold it for 10 seconds. This is called the wedding celebration. This is the last 2 pages. So all rises to one level. All is crowned with one word. No separating one from the other. It and its name is one. Oh, we got Jay Pizzy in here. The light that is revealed is called the garment of the king. The light within is a concealed light. In that light dwells the ineffable one, the unrevealed. All those sparks and all those lights sparkle from the holy ancient one. Concealed of all concealed, the high spark. Reflecting, all those lights emanating, there is nothing but the high spark. Hidden and unrevealed. Rabbi Abba said before the holy spark finished saying life, his words subsided. I was still writing, intending to write more, but I heard nothing. It did not raise my head. The light was overwhelming. I could not look. Then I started trembling. I heard a voice calling, length of days and years of life. Proverbs 3:2. I heard another voice. He asked you for life. Psalms 21. All day long, the fire in the clubhouse did not go out. No one reached him. No one could. Light and fire surrounded him. All day long I lay on the ground and wailed. After the fire disappeared, I saw the holy spark. Holy of holies, leaving the world enwrapped, lying on his right, his face smiling. Rabbi Eleazar, his son, rose, took his hands and kissed them. As for me, I licked the dust from the bottom of his feet. The comrades wanted to cry, but could not utter a sound. Finally, they let out a cry, but Rabbi Eleazar, his son, fell 3 times, unable to open his mouth. Finally, he opened and said, Father, Father, 3 there were, turned back into 1. Now the animals will wander off. Birds are flying away, sinking into the bowels of the great sea. All the comrades are drinking blood. Rabbi Hia rose to his feet and said, Until now the Holy Spark has looked after us. Now is the time to engage in honoring him. Rabbi Eleazar and Rabbi Abba rose. They carried him in the truckle made out of a gangplank. Who has seen the confusion of the comrades? And the whole house was fragrant. They lifted him onto his bed. Only Rabbi Eleazar and Rabbi Abba attended him. Truculent stingers and shield-bearing warriors from Sepphoris came and beset them. The people of Meron ganged together and shouted, for they feared he would not be buried there. After the bed emerged from the house, it rose into the air. Fire blazed before it. They heard a voice, Come and enter. Assemble for the wedding celebration of Rabbi Shimon. He shall come to peace. They shall rest on their couches. Isaiah 57:2. As they entered the cave, they heard a voice from inside. This is the man who shook the earth, who made kingdoms tremble. Many open mouths of accusation up in heaven subside today because of you, Rabbi Shimon, son of Yohai. His Lord prides himself on him every day. Happy is his portion above and below. Many sublime treasures lie in store for him. Of him it is said, As for you, go to the end and take your rest. You will rise for your reward at the end of days. Okay. John Kitover for Congress. What happened to my room title? Why did somebody change it? I kind of had it. Yeah, I guess it works. Okay, invite people to the room.
Do you know, like, the sort of love-hate relationship that I have towards life? The biggest thing, like, the love-hate is the mystery of it all, you know? The fucking mystery, man. And it's like, I'll never know the mystery of life. It's like, it kills me.
Well, see, this is the thing about having all these books that I have. You know, like, these books, basically, it's like, all you can do is put it on the dial, you know, which is like a frequency, like 96.3, 95.5, 97.9, 103.5, 101 point, you know what I'm talking about on the radio? So, like, that's the same thing about knowing the mystery. A lot of people say, oh, they got faith, they got faith, they got faith. No, get the certainty, know the frequency. So again, know with certainty, get the frequency.
So how do we become the radio receivers for the frequency?
You gotta basically create your own vibration and create that channel. So it is like content, and this app is a great way to get that NLP in your brain because it's basically Hegelian. So meaning that you gotta run the program.
At, like, MLP and like CDT, and like they were saying all NLP is, you know, it's pseudoscience. But then CDT is the same fucking thing, and that's backed up by science. Like, what the fuck are they talking about? Like, it's retarded. It's literally the same thing. Cognitive behavioral therapy, and then you have neuro-linguistic programming. Exact same thing.
Yeah. It's dialectic therapy, but that's technically what education is. Some people don't want to read books. Some people just want to sit there and road rage and get that dopamine, but then they accomplish nothing from it, so they're left with a void afterwards. That's why I say if you come here and you read books and you join my book club, you too can can tune your frequency and achieve certainty.
I really like what like the Zohar has to say about our five holes and like how, you know, a lot of people, they're letting reality fuck face us, right? Constantly, rather than realizing like, hey, like those holes are actually just filters, like rose tinted glasses, or, you know, like it's not what reality is. Reality is like all consuming love of light. That's literally what it is.
Yeah, there's many different traditions. Some books are much, there's a lot of Cliff Note books out there where you don't have to spend a lot of time searching for the answer to the mystery.
The Bible's another really good one. I love Proverbs, Ecclesiastes, Psalms, Songs of Solomon. Really, it's beautiful.
So there's this one guy named J.F.C. Fuller who wrote this really amazing analysis of it's called A Critical Essay Upon the Works of Aleister Crowley. This guy was like a World War II hero and he retired as a colonel, I believe. But this one book is very interesting. Listen to this part. This is getting closer towards the end because a lot of this stuff deals with meditation. So listen to this. We have already seen from Dr. Maudsley what dangers have to be expected by those who choose this hilltop track to follow. Others from their point of vantage attack it as being pure auto-hypnosis and nothing else. Be curious to say, if such be the case, why is it that the greatest sages of all times have been able to attract within their focus so many hundreds of millions of rational beings, they themselves being only irrational and pathological mystagogues? If such men as Krishna, Muhammad, St. Augustine, Moses, Orpheus, Pythagoras, Buddha, Plato, Jesus, and a host of equal and lesser names owed their power to self-hypnosis, then indeed self-hypnosis is the key which in this world will unlock the fast-closed corridor of its mysteries. Crowley strongly attacks this kitchen knavery. You weary me with proof enough that all this meditation stuff is self-hypnosis. Be it so. Do you suppose I did not know? Still, to be accurate, I fear the symptoms are entirely strange. If I were hard, I'd make it clear that criticism must arrange an explanation different for this particular event. Surely your best work always finds itself sole object of the mind's. In vain you ply the brush, distracted by something you have heard or acted. Expect some tedious visitor. Your eye runs furtive to the door. Your hand refuses to obey. You throw the useless brush away. I think I hear the word you say. Others attain to a certain degree of illumination and then stumble, seeking such occult powers as clairvoyance and clairaudience. Receive the gift, the Holy Ghost, such gift implying, as I guess, is very super consciousness. Miracles follow as a dower, but they used the fatal power and lost the spirit in the act. Whilst others, not attaining, attempt a shortcut by the means of such drugs as opium and hashish, the latter of which is most powerful in producing a state of pseudo-samadhi. To make me as one dead, to lose the girders of the soul and gain breathing and life for the intelligible. Find death, yet find it living. In the midst of my complicated hallucination, I could perceive I had a dual existence. One portion of me was whirled unresistingly along the track of this tremendous experience, and the other sat looking down from a height upon its double, observing, reassuring, and serenely weighing all the phenomena. Probably samadhi itself acts somewhat like this, but hashish produces at times under certain conditions severe suffering, and the yogi does not undergo such, for he leaves it in his wake. Hashish may in some way be the loosener of the girders of the soul, but this is all. Huxley says the influence of diet on dreams, of stimulants upon the fullness and the velocity of the stream of thought, the delirious phantoms generated by disease, by hashish, or by alcohol, will occur to everyone as examples of the marvelous sensitiveness of the apparatus of ideation to purely physical influences, not by the pipings of a bird in skies of blue on fields of gold, but by a fierce and lowly word. The abomination must be told, holy work must twist its spell, from hemp of madness grown in hell. There's more, but this is the type of information that I'm talking about that, most lay people and people on this app will never read because they're too busy chirping like birds.
So how gives you access to the super consciousness?
Well, I think if you mix it with like that, then you're getting closer. But just smoking weed and watching Netflix isn't going to do shit for your fucking brain, because it's like teaching yourself something, So it increases your LLP, your large language model, your LLM. If you can't expand your LLM, then you can't really like work with other people's LLMs in a way, or even get like higher consciousness, because just having, it's basically like time management.
Like limited parameters, right? Like limited parameters. What sort of operating words that you can use or deploy? Yeah.
Well, look at it this way. Most people in these rooms, they do queries on ChatGPT and then they just read the results to make their point. I can just pick up a book off my bookshelf and do the same thing, but in my opinion, 10 times more interesting, because the super consciousness supersedes pretty much, everybody's conversation. So it's like it's basically a reframe. It's political. Religion is political. God is political because God is social.
I know you were deeply thinking about this for a while back. You were saying something about how the now is the compression of the past. You were saying something along those lines. You were saying the now is the compression of all the past events. So that
and all future events.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. People, really smart people, basically talk in math, and they're talking about predictions, certainties. But Rafi is here. Rafi gave me some bad dating advice once. He said, don't take her to Starbucks. Don't spend $1 on her. She ain't worth $1. Sorry, Chris, go ahead.
Have you heard of Bayesian mathematics?
Bayesian?
Yeah, that's it. I don't know how to pronounce it. But that's what you're talking about, right? Where it's probability, the probability of certain things happen.
Yeah.
And how can you maximize those probabilities to occur?
Yeah. I mean, see, people think that words create reality. That's the big theory. And in a way it's true, but even then you can game it. So that's why I say the entire banking industrial complex of the whole world, it's actually an accounting network or an accounting analysis system and a communication network, because nobody has ever eaten $1 for dinner and enjoyed the meal. So all of these, fiat paper dollar notes, all these $1, these $100, all of this, and then the corollary in the stock market, all the equities and all the bonds. It's so crazy because there's so much money out there, just sitting out there that will never get spent, because there's a point financially where you accumulate so much money, you can't even think about what else to spend the money on. Because you don't really want it. You don't want duplicates. You could clone your estate,
Jacob, who's thirsting over, what's her name? Jazzy? Not Jazzy. Shy? Yeah.
Welcome, Jacob. Great.
Yo, Mojo, can you fix your cover photo so that you can rotate it so that we don't have to look sideways to look at you?
Jacob, when I look in your eyes, want to tell you that I'm going to read you a 60-second poem. How do you feel about that, Jacob?
I'm gonna leave.
That's cool. That's your choice.
It's the ADHD mind that, most people don't have a second,
Just want you to fix your cover photo so that it's not sideways.
Okay, let me do that now for you. I got you, Jacob. Because I know there's something going on in those eyes.
Yeah, dude. I get in there.
Something's up.
So, yep.
Okay, PTR.
Oh, let's check it out. Wait, no, you changed it to Trump.
Okay, so I'm going to read a 60-second poem, and then I'm going to put on a recording. Feel free to leave, because I'm going to leave after I read this 60-second poem.
And my wife, she's coming back any second, so after these 60 seconds, I'll have to go. It was nice talking, John.
Okay, likewise. Talk to you soon. Okay, so this was a query I made on Grok. I say, hey, Grok, write candidate Congressman John Kitover a 60-second speech to attack Darren LaHood on the $37 trillion debt in the big, beautiful bill. Fellow Americans, our nation is drowning in $37 trillion in debt, a crushing burden on our children and grandchildren. Yet Congressman Darren LaHood voted for the one big, beautiful bill, a massive spending spree that piles on even more red ink without real reforms. This isn't leadership. It's fiscal recklessness. We need accountability, not excuses. As your candidate, I'll fight to cut waste, balance the budget, and secure our future. Vote for change. Vote John Kitover. Thank you. So that's what Grok's script was for the campaign. It's not bad. I mean, the coolest thing about doing these Grok speeches is you don't have to think about it. You don't have to do any work other than write a simple query and click record, and boom, you got a hell of an attack ad. And so I'm asking Grok to write me speeches across all different categories with regards to vaccines, to war, to debt, to Medicare, Medicaid, etc. And it's working out quite nicely. And I'm going to run these as advertisements. Plus, I'm going to post all these to our petition gathering Craigslist post. Rafi, I don't know if you want to say anything. Good Shabbos to you. Yahweh, hope you're having a nice day. This is John Kitover for Congress.
Oh, it's Shabbos. Yeah, tomorrow, Shabbat. Nice. Day of rest.
No, Shabbos starts in 2 hours.
Yeah, I know. Like an evening until the next evening, of course.
Okay, this is Rumi. Whose idea was this, to have the lover visible and the beloved invisible? So many people have died of their desiring because of this. The lover cannot kiss the lips he wants, so he bites himself. Satisfaction is always 2 bow shots away. Yet something in the soul prefers this unreachable lover to anyone reachable. This being locked in is better than having the keys to any consolation house. The beloved's rejection is wanted more than anyone else's acceptance. World happiness is nothing. Look for what Bastami had, for what Sanai and Attar wrote of. A beautiful meal looks delicious. Then one night passes and the food passes through you, becoming repellent filth. Eat love food. Suckle the toes of a lion as the baby Abraham did in the cave. But you should put away what you learned as a fetus in your calf. A fetus in your calf, that need for blood. There is a tall tower that love builds. Live there in silence. The one who knows all secrets is here now, nearer than your jugular vein. There's a tradition that God can be seen in the color red. in the lights that come from red hair. They draw you, don't they? The unknowable spirit has eyebrows and eyes and skin. Muhammad in a living form. He looked at people. Hundreds of doors swung open, then his form went away, and this praising sound flooded the world. That's Rumi. Okay, I'm going to play 100 Zen Koans, which is a YouTube video. This is Japanese Zen Buddhism. I hope you enjoy this wisdom video. I'm going to go sit in the sun and relax. But first, the Shema. See if I can find the good one. Here we go.
Tinnitus can be frustrating. Well, there's no magic fix.
over again. And I mean, that's all I can explain it. It's like, I asked them, like, what's your point? Like, I get it. So the Jews are tricking us. We call them yarmulkes because there's a big conspiracy. They want all the Christians to call them yarmulkes for some reason. So what? Right? And then, like, I get it. Like, we can name hijabs but not yarmulkes, which I don't agree with anyway. So what? Like, it's hard to explain. It's just, what's your point? Like, is your point that Jews are sneaky and they're trying to trick us somehow for some ultimate goal? Then what's that goal?
I mean,
but like, he couldn't get anywhere.
Because Americans also call it skull caps, by the way, an English word for it. You know, I mean, there's different ways to describe it. There's different ways to describe something in Catholicism that may have a Latin word.
I just don't understand the point. Yeah, I just don't understand why it matters. Like, I don't understand why it makes a difference. I don't understand what his
because he didn't
goal
have it.
was.
Because I just don't feel he was real. Like, not real, but I feel.
Well, he didn't answer your weather question. He didn't even address your point. He didn't say I'm not fake, you know, or I mean, he didn't address it.
No, because he couldn't. When I gave the root word. That it's Aramaic.
And he got really quiet, didn't he? Like, he didn't have a response at one point. That's right, he didn't.
And that he could have, and that one, any of us would have picked up our phone and Googled, and the answer's right there. I mean, that's an easy Google. So yeah, there's something really sus about it. And notice how he reacted with when you use the word fuck. I thought that was interesting also.
I thought that was really interesting, actually. I was left going like, wow, I've never heard anybody respond to me that way. That's really odd. Yeah, that was really odd. That was really, really weird, actually. I don't know, man.
Also, his accent was odd to me. I was trying to place it, and it also kind of threw me a little bit. It felt generated.
I think you might be wrong. That's so bizarre. I think you might be right. I don't know. It was fucking weird.
That's why I asked him how the weather was.
Right, and he didn't.
The whole exchange, Abby, was bizarre.
Did you